we in the bedroom or something. I was just like, I hope that we get bigger one day and we can make shirts. And he's like,
your whole phrasing of
the podcast. And then I said, and then
the whole part right off the get-go with the bedroom was completely irrelevant. I can't even say it. Irrelevant.
Maybe
should we dive deeper into what should get bigger in the bedroom here?
No. What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another episode of the Mamalukes podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Luke.
And I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Virginia.
This week, we're talking about Supergirl. But first, we just need to catch up because all four of us haven't actually been all together for an episode in about a month. So we're all back. How about that?
Yay.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Insert confetti. Canvas.
More things to edit. Okay, so what's our but first section starting off with Kroger to acquire Giant Eagle for $1.65 billion.
I don't care. Just don't mess with the market district.
Yeah, so
Don't mess with
Please.
yuppie Giant Eagle.
Hey,
I didn't think it was a big deal. I was kind of like, oh, okay. And then Matt's like, yeah. And what about your fuel perks?
peel a peer.
Fuel.
They're French.
Wikipedia
Yeah,
already.
they're gonna fuck up my fuel perks. I'm still
And I didn't
grandfathered in to where I
think
get
about
10
that.
cents off a gallon.
So for anybody that doesn't live in eastern or central Ohio or western Pennsylvania or anything close to that, Giant Eagle is a grocery store.
So is Kroger.
Big Bird.
That Kroger is buying. If you didn't get the context clues there.
The weird thing about all of this, though, is when we were driving to Kentucky, Rochelle's like, why don't we have a Kroger? Kroger needs to come to Ohio.
We have Kroger
Well,
in Ohio.
Do we?
Yeah, we
yeah,
do.
we do.
Yeah.
Where
in
at?
the
But
south.
But now they're going to be
Like
everywhere.
Columbus?
It was in that
Just
general
further
Columbus,
south.
Cincinnati area. Yeah.
So
My
that's
sister
happening.
Isn't
and
there?
Both my nieces work at Kroger.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. I think I've been to a Kroger once.
Is there a Kroger in Canton? What's that store?
No.
What's that one?
Bueller's?
Oh, maybe that's what
Fisher's?
I'm thinking of. I think
Giant Eagle.
I think it's Bueller's.
Shut the hell up.
So if you
Milers.
didn't read into it, most things at Giant Eagles aren't supposed to change really at all for the time being.
All I'm worried about is the rosemary bread, the artisan bread.
Oh,
at
that
the
stuff's
district.
terrible.
I mean,
Should go
I'm
away.
sure they're still going to make bread in their bakeries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but are they going to have this? They're going to change it all to Kroger stuff. I don't know if I've been to a Kroger recently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how different is it?
Have you been in the South recently?
Yes.
It's Food Lion or Kroger in the South. I mean, that's it. So
Down south.
the Piggly Wiggly, I don't know. I mean,
I mean, it sounds like Kroger does
Country
good
asphalt.
business.
Who
yeah,
said?
it's another grocery store, but I mean,
it's all food to me.
Are we going to talk
That's
about
all I can
lab
say.
grown meats?
Well, you can if you want. Now's the time. It would make the most sense.
Stop eating fast food.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing, seeing.
Buy your meat locally.
I like
Don't
my
eat
I
any
like
at
my
all.
chicken with implants.
Fake tits.
Yeah, I like my
Okay.
my big breasts on my chicken.
Can't even cut them.
So where is this meat supposedly going to be showing up?
I'm not have any facts.
Oh,
You're the factual guy.
okay.
I
Well,
just don't want.
I don't know.
I don't want to eat any.
And you brought it up, so I'm
Tyson
relying on
chicken
you.
and all that stuff is
Yeah.
just like
to Taco Bell
bread
is
without
funding it.
feathers and all that kind of stuff, and just basically is a chicken body on a stem that they force feed antibiotics and protein to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to talk about it like that.
Okay. Yeah. Go to your local butcher
Ugh.
Right.
If you can see the cattle and the chicken outside, you're probably okay.
Yeah, they're probably healthier than
most other places.
Petri dishes.
Yeah.
I was just trying to tell Mina, like, these are your last nacho fries because I'm not going here anymore. She just gets like 3 different kinds of potatoes. And I was like, can we stop doing this?
Where?
At Taco Bell.
Oh.
Nacho cheese fries, the soft potato taco, and cheesy fiesta potatoes. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She likes the
It's
potatoes.
Mexican.
Starch. Yep. Food things.
Okay.
I don't have anything on that.
Is there any timeline
We had lots of food things last week. We can. We had an hour and 19 minutes of food things last
so
week.
much food.
Oh, yeah.
Last podcast, excuse
We're
me.
lost without you, Matt.
I don't think so.
Did you think you knew a lot of those?
To be honest, it got a little long-winded and I started cleaning.
Okay.
All right, Rachel. I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't know most of it, but I really don't pay that much attention to where food comes from.
You didn't know mayonnaise is from Spain?
No.
What did
I thought mayonnaise was from here.
What did
I
your
mean,
mom
I would have thought that.
say to you? Did she just say it with no context, or did she text
Oh,
you?
yeah. She's like,
Oh yeah, she walked up to him.
Gumbo, Louisiana, silly. That was it.
You silly Billy.
I thought it was pretty good. He's like, "What is she talking about?" I'm like, "The podcast."
Yeah, that was literally the 3 words she texted me, and I was
We have a new listener.
no, she's listened before.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
okay.
mom's a loyal listener,
I didn't
and
know.
I think
We've
Marty
never
Hey,
talked
well,
about
shout
that.
out to
Yeah,
Lucas's
hello.
mom
and
Thank
Marty.
you. Thank you.
and Marty.
Yep, she listens sometimes.
Does your dad?
Um,
We're not
he.
sportsball enough for him.
I don't know how much he listens to the sports ball section, but I know for sure he at least goes to the end to do the trivia. So,
Hey.
Nice.
Hey, love that.
yeah, maybe not the full length, which I get because
We get
We suck.
long-winded.
yeah,
Yeah. We think we're funnier than we probably are. So
probably,
It's funny, guys.
probably.
Out of context, were we in the bedroom or something? I was just like, I hope that we get bigger one day and we can make shirts. And he's like,
Your whole phrasing of that.
the podcast. And then I
Stop.
and then
The whole part right off the get-go with the bedroom was completely irrelevant. I can't even say it. Irrelevant.
irrelevant. maybe
should we dive deeper into what should get bigger in the bedroom here?
No,
I said when we get bigger.
babe, phrasing.
And he said the podcast, and I said, yeah,
Babe,
worms love lemon.
Since we're in the bedroom, we need to get bigger.
And what was about Baby Cat? What was the shirt about Baby Cat?
I love that.
Baby cat's hot. I don't know why you said that either.
What is this? I mean,
I don't know what happened. We just
we
entered
went
a new
way
section.
off the rails.
My favorite
It's like-
part of that was how you were like,
We walked into the bedroom
Ew.
and we were trying to get bigger.
I can't even say it how you said
said I
it.
They
can't
make
wait.
pills for that.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I can't wait. I
No,
said,
It's not my
irrelevant. How do you
penis pump,
say that?
baby.
How he said it?
what did you say?
What?
What did you say? Baby? That's what
My
you
Austin
said?
Powers impression.
God damn it. He said
I
Revlin.
swear it's not my Swedish made penis
irrelevant.
pump, baby.
I'm crying.
So to paraphrase, I think what Alicia was trying to say was that regardless of what room we were in,
I was just recapping in my brain. I might have even been in the bathroom.
not helping.
And you were in the
She
bedroom.
was just having thoughts of wanting us to be,
bigger.
So like, share, subscribe.
more popular, more famous, or if you want to use the word bigger, be my guest.
Well, that's what I said.
So that we could start,
Making shirts for people to buy, good ones.
right.
Like worms like lemon. Or baby
Lemon
cat's
juice.
hot.
Steven Steelsberg.
Yeah. the metaverse.
The metaverse. Wikipedia.
Yeah, we didn't even get to that Steven Steelsberg thing yet.
I can't stop crying.
Matt, speaking of last week's episode,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, last episode.
Yeah.
The last episode.
Yeah,
It was-
disclosure day.
It was bigger.
I had thoughts. I feel like you skipped over a lot,
I did.
like when you were
It's true.
going through it.
We're lost without you.
What Matt is trying to say is my review sucks.
No, I
heard it.
didn't say
I
that.
heard it.
I just
I
feel
know.
like you skipped over a lot. Like, so, like if I would have not seen the movie and just heard you go through it, I'd be like, what the fuck happened in this movie? So it's like,
We'll fill in the gaps.
well, I'm not going to go through all that, but it was a very,
Because it wasn't that important.
Make it bigger.
Stop.
What?
I can't do that on demand, but
On the band?
on demand.
On
Yes.
demand.
On demand.
Wait. I got one more thing. Sorry. I'm really sorry. It was so good.
So disclosure day was
No.
okay.
No. Lucas had a cold this week.
I know what she's going to say.
Allergies or something. I'm sitting on the couch. He's sitting on the floor messing with the cats or whatever. He said, like, he has a headache. And I said, take some Dayquil. And he hears, and he guesses, dick pills. Take some dick pills. I was just like, go.
That'll help your allergies.
away.
Yeah.
Are your ears clogged too?
You guys have a whole thing here that I think that
Yeah, weren't you having them like
and
shipped to your house or
we
something?
may
like
need to like dive
Wait,
deeper
what's
into this.
shipped?
Didn't we
It's
talk
like-
about that?
Mainly just her.
Amazon?
You want my dick to be bigger?
What?
What did he say? He said mainly
Matt
just
said
her.
you guys have this
Oh,
whole
no.
thing, and I was saying it's mainly just her with creating these situations that sound like one thing but are actually,
I said Dayquil.
I know.
Clear as day.
I know.
Dayquil. And you said dick
You
pills?
also said we were trying to get bigger in the bedroom.
I just said on demand.
I said,
And you said get the band. Like,
I heard band, not demand.
so are you sure that's what he said?
Yeah. And he laughed about it in my face.
In your face? Did
In
you
my
get it like
face.
right up in your face? And
Yeah.
he's
He was like, ha ha ha, dick pills. That's how it went.
This is an excellent
was it
retelling.
face to face or was it in your face? And he said, ha ha, dick pills.
Ha ha. Well, he was on the floor and I was higher than him. So it was.
Oh, that's kinky. Okay.
Matt, please, disclosure day.
Yeah. It wasn't great.
Okay.
So the aliens appeared as animals all throughout the movie. And they were like, one was a deer, one was a fox. And they activated these two children that they had like kidnapped or abducted when they were younger. And there was like, that was the whole storyline. Like, so she talked about it briefly, but it was like a language that could be spoken throughout all the universes that anybody could understand was what the guy could understand, which was mathematics. And then she had like actual abilities, like she had foresight, could see visions of the future and what was going to happen and different things like that. You didn't like say that at all.
That's true.
So the whole movie, she's like, I know where I need to go because I know, or I need to do this just because I know. And that was
Right.
like her whole thing. That was her whole shtick. She could also look anybody in the eyes and then see their innermost secrets and stuff like that. And she would fuck with people. So
Make them see something different, right?
No,
She didn't.
she just said something that was so personal to everybody they got like stuck, and then she would just be able to like bypass beyond them or get up, because they would just be like dumbstruck that she knew this one specific thing about them. So she didn't want to make eye contact with people until she was trying to get by the military, and then she just gracefully walk by this giant group of military personnel because she
And they're all
just
just
looked
like-
at them individually one at a time and said something to them that made them stop in their tracks.
Right.
So that was very convenient as well. The acting wasn't terrible. They actually show the aliens like multiple times. They even bring one of them out like on a news broadcast when they're like disclosing that aliens are real, because that's what Disclosure Day is. And then it just ends. This movie just ends. Like, now everybody knows that's the end of the movie.
Mm.
So, I mean, it was a lot of hype. There's multiple chase scenes. But it's a very kid movie. It really is. Like, so, I mean, I know Steven Spielberg does like E.T. and he did like another one that was something 9 or something like that. That was another kid's like alien introduction movie and stuff like that. But it's just very along those lines. It was it was very slow. It's meant to be super suspenseful, but it's really just not. It kind of fails at that. The acting was decent and stuff like that. But it just, like, when it gets to the point and everything like that, you're just like, okay, I don't really care. So, the other thing that you guys talked about was the Shayne Smith show that we all went to. I love Shayne Smith. I mean, I have written him on the card for Hilarities, like to bring there for the last 2.5 years that we've been going there consistently. So it was really cool to see him finally live. I did not expect it to be as much about it as religion as it was.
Right.
Which is very interesting. This whole new spiel. Cause like when you watch his older stuff, he's talking about throwing an alligator into a Wendy's drive-thru, for 20 minutes, or he's talking about, like his brother setting somebody on fire with gasoline, or, different things like that. So it was interesting to be as much about religion as it was. And he didn't lose the audience.
No,
I didn't think so either.
So that was surprising, because usually that's pretty controversial, especially nowadays, like bringing that kind of stuff up. So I think he did really well with it. Still a huge fan. Was really happy we got to meet him afterwards, and I got to tell him a really awkward story about Josh Johnson's grandparents.
You didn't tell him?
Oh yeah, I did. I
He
took him to the
definitely
side
did.
and definitely told him.
When?
And he's just like,
Right before we
so
took our
weird.
picture.
Right before we took our group picture, I told him.
What did you say?
Do you remember?
said-
Because we were in line and you said, "Are you going to tell him?" And Matt's like, "Yeah." And
I
you were-
heard him say yeah.
Yeah, and he did.
Oh yeah, I had a whole
That's
conversation
the first
with
thing
him
he
about it.
walked up and said to him.
That's what you
just-
were talking to him about?
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah.
Did you point to me? Did you
Yes.
point to
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Yes, I was like, she thought your
100%.
grandparents were this old black couple or white couple that were sitting up there because you're Josh Johnson. Like, 'cause-
I just knew that you really wanted to see him.
yeah, I did. I wanted to see
So-
both of them,
and
but
that's
yeah,
who I
Shayne
thought we
Smith
were,
was awesome.
like Shayne Smith, Josh Johnson.
Yeah, they're so close. SJJ.
I didn't know you told him.
Oh yeah, I totally told
Well,
him.
and then I'm surprised he even talked to me or didn't say anything.
Well, then the
about
way
it.
you were looking at him in that picture, like, because I sent him that
like,
too.
You did? Like
Yeah.
I'm in love with him?
Yeah, like, we were just like,
Did you tell him what I was thinking about?
no.
But I don't think he
Awesome.
knew at the time. I don't think we knew until we talked
Perfect.
about it over here.
Well, I'm gonna message Shayne Smith and say what I was thinking.
That I was actually the one that had like a man crush on him. Yeah,
I gotta
but-
swap faces. But he was like, because he looks at people's feet, I think, because he's so tall.
Yeah, he
Like,
said my shoes
He
were
said your shoes were cool. And then he looked at my feet and he's like, oh, he's like, foot tats. Like, I don't have any. How did those feel? And I'm looking up at him and I was like, wait. I was like, you have your throat tattooed at least like 4 times.
Right.
And you're asking how
And
my
he's got
feet
it covered
feel.
up, so he got it blackened out too.
That's why I
So
said
not only
it,
did
at
he get his
least.
throat tattooed, then he got it blackened out.
That's what I'm
so,
saying. He had it like touched up and
And he's
gone
got
over.
face tattoos and stuff in the temple.
So
That's
yeah.
the one I always look at, is the one that's
That's-
right on his temple.
But that's
Oh my
why I was
gosh, that would be
looking up
crazy.
at him. I was like, wait, what? I was like, he just asked me about my foot tats.
Well, he said he was almost 40, so things feel different now. Did you hear him say that to you?
No, I was stuck on.
Oh yeah, he told you the whole thing about it. He's like, yeah, I'm almost 40 now, and he's like, and things hurt more. So he was like,
I didn't black out.
So yeah, he was awesome. I really enjoyed Shayne Smith.
Yeah, I didn't know that you actually told him that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Sweet.
I waited a long time for that show, so I'm really glad we got to go see that one.
And I'm glad that's what you got to tell him.
Yeah.
Hey, my friends were.
Yeah, and the whole thing was is that he looked at me and he was just like, "Yeah, that's cool." And I'm like, "This dude thinks I'm fucking nuts." The guy with the face tattoos thinks I'm nuts.
He's like, you need Jesus,
right?
He was kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
But like,
because
he
it was really quick
nice.
and kind of out of
Yeah.
context, but he
was
was
very nice
really
about
cool
it.
about it.
Yeah.
like, sorry,
So-
our friend has Asperger's.
So while we were waiting in line to see Shayne
send that
Smith,
picture and then say that.
the
Me? I was talking about Matt.
the one
Coming
manager
up with fun
at
facts.
Hilarities, the one that always takes our pictures and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I was talking to him and he was like, "Who do you guys want to see?" and stuff like that. And I was like, "Jeff R. Curry," and he's like, "Jeff R. Curry only does theater shows now," and he was like, "And I don't think we'll be able to get him." 2 days later, Jeff R. Curry tickets went on sale at Playhill Square.
Nice.
So he is not getting Jeff R. Curry to come to Hilarities.
No.
I messed up talking to him too, and he's like, "Is there anything that we can do better?" And I was like, "Bring back pictures."
Did you say it?
But I think he thought I said
Meant
pictures,
pictures.
and I,
Oh.
you know, my Ohio came out, and I said pictures.
Pictures.
Pictures, you know that you
Pictures of alcohol.
not baseball pictures.
Not the little cups.
Not
Bring back
pictures.
the pictures of alcohol.
Pictures.
So if we haven't talked about this, at Hilarities, they used to be able to get a pitcher of like a mule or different drinks that they had, mixed drinks that they had, versus a little tiny plastic cup that's about yay big. That's $12, and you could get a pitcher for $40, and we got about what 5 or 6 out of it, probably
Right.
something like that.
Right.
And they took the pitchers away.
Or if anything, it's just convenience, so the waitress doesn't have to come back, and we can have a couple of drinks.
It's also like a third of the cost.
Right.
So, I mean, we could share a pitcher and, you know, that would be it for the night. Where it was basically after you drink about 2 or 3 of the little cups, you paid for the pitcher anyway. So,
Right.
I'm not sure if it was a money grab or if there was people being too drunk because at Hilarities, I would believe
Yeah.
people being too drunk because the audience is something else in Cleveland.
They have no
Yeah.
filter.
Akron and Cleveland both,
I was
actually.
gonna
are-
say Akron was the best though.
oh, the
TJ Miller.
TJ Miller one. Jeez.
Shush that lady.
Shush. Well, that was like the Karen that was actually named Karen at the TJ
Yeah.
Miller show at
Hilarities.
So, I mean,
What's her name? Karen.
he's like, this is not a plant. I did not plant this. So, yeah, that was great. Game of Thrones, everybody finished.
Everybody finished.
Is anybody
just-
watching House of the Dragon
Just
before we
wish
touch
it
on
was
it?
bigger.
Not yet. No.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
All right, cut that out then.
What did you say?
I
That
didn't
was
hear.
funny.
He said, "Did anybody finish? Everybody finish?" So just wish it was bigger. Cut. Just like, cut.
I love it when she has to explain her jokes. I heard
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
In my defense, it's just the room we were in.
Was small.
Our bedroom's pretty large.
So it makes things look smaller.
Yeah. It's the
So Game of Thrones, everybody's
Game of
actually done.
Thrones.
it's the octagon above our bed.
What did you think of the big ending of Game of Thrones, Sarah, Virginia?
Well,
How do you think of Jon Snow now?
he stabs things. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Matt asked me at the end. I was like, he said, "So what did you think of it?" And I don't think anything really surprised me necessarily. Like I can see why people were disappointed. And I didn't realize the whole background until Matt told me about how this was a book, right? A book series.
It was, a book series.
And that they were waiting to do the final season until the last book came out, I think, or the next book came out.
the last book.
Which still
Has not.
is not out.
Okay, yeah. And so then they just basically made up their own ending.
Right.
The Benoff brothers.
Yeah. So,
And everybody, they have not really done anything since. They got one other thing after they ended Game of Thrones that they were supposed to do, and it didn't do well either.
how many years has it been since the final season came out?
8?
6. Was it 2018 or 20? I think it was 2019 was the last
2019?
season. So 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they've not done well because they did so bad at the ending of the show.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things they could have did. I think the first 2 episodes of the final season were okay. I think the setup they had there was fine. I think the downfall pretty much started.
Did we talk about the end of season 6?
Yeah.
I think we did.
Did you guys talk about it?
Yeah, because
Yes,
I had said something about Littlefinger.
You love Jon Snow.
And you were like, just wait.
That
yeah,
was
so you hadn't seen it
Because I
yet.
hadn't seen the
That was season
final
5.
the final episode.
okay. Back up.
I just fall off.
Battle of the Bastards and Cersei blowing up that Citadel. That was all the end of season 6.
That was the end of seasons. Oh, because there was 8 seasons, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's where I messed up.
Okay.
Oh, then I said
Yeah.
that wrong too.
So we were talking about the end of season 7. You weren't 2 yet.
Right.
The very last episode.
Right.
Right.
Only.
Okay. Because, yeah, your guys' conversation was wait and you'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So there was other things that happened there too. Like, because the very end of that's not actually where Littlefinger dies. The very end of that is where you actually find out that Jon Snow's a Targaryen.
Right.
And he's
Banging
having
his
sex
aunt.
with his aunt.
And you
Yeah.
had said it might be the beginning of the next season.
No,
And
it
she's
was,
okay
it
with
was
it.
the last episode.
Was it
of
the last episode?
season 7 where
Yeah.
Arya just knifed him.
Knifed.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the beginning of season 8 was when Jon and Daenerys got together.
No, it was the very end. Tyrion like sees them go into the bedroom together, and you just found out when they go into the bedroom. You just found out that
Who he was.
because Sam and Brandon Stark are talking about it. He dies actually before Jon's even born, but they find out that that's his dad.
Right. Okay, well, yes, that part, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That's
Okay.
what I said.
Well, I thought you were talking about specifically Jon and Daenerys, because I thought that didn't happen until season 8.
No, they have the conversation in season 8. I said you find out
Oh,
That
okay.
he's banging his aunt.
Sorry, it's a lot through.
No, Jon Snow didn't know anything at that point.
Right.
He knows nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, so then you go into season 8. The first 2 episodes, like you said, are okay. It's the prep of, we've got to go to the north. We've got to get a dead person. We've got to take it down to Cersei. That was also at the end of 7, wasn't it? When they get the dead body, the white. Yeah, they get the white in season 7. Season 8, they show it to Cersei. So the first 2 episodes of season 8 are just building towards showing Cersei the white, marching the army to Winterfell.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember now.
Everybody finding out the truth because Brandon and Sam tell Jon. And Sam really tells Jon because of the fact that he finds out that she burnt his dad and brother.
Right.
It was kind of out of spite, almost the reason he tells him.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened but so you basically go into what season 3 or episode 3 was the battle with the Night King, the long night or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. The technology we have, okay, even today, I have one of the best TVs ever made. All right. And we watched this episode on full HD.
And you even
4K.
said, let's see what this looks like.
Yeah. It was super dark and it's hard to see anything.
Right.
I get it. It's supposed to be a night where you're out in the wilderness and there's not a lot of light and stuff like that. But goddamn, it is just such a loss of
I think
opportunity.
when it got re-released, I think they corrected all that because when we watched it, it wasn't as bad as it.
It was still bad.
I mean, yeah.
It's not as bad, but it is still bad. You know what I mean? I understand like there's an army rushing through a snowstorm and they don't want to show it and stuff like that. But even when they got there and they're jumping through the Unsullied and, you know, the front line of the Northmen and stuff like that, like it's hard to make out.
Right.
It's just, it's poor CGI. The only really good scenes where they actually showed anything were like right before, John's facing the other dragon, the dead dragon, in the like courtyard. That was a cool looking scene, and all the stuff with Arya inside the castle.
Yeah,
like everything else is really hard to make out. I mean, like Melisandre also plays a huge role in all this whole battle.
That's true.
She lights all the
swords
on fire for all of. I mean.
She lit them on fire. They charged, and then
I know it was like such a waste. Like, this is the greatest army ever assembled, you know, blah blah blah, and then they just get fucking wiped out in the dark.
Right.
Like you just hear them, and they just start like fading off, you know, and
come
shit.
running back.
Yeah, and a few of them come running back with horses dragging dead bodies and shit. But, so they come back, and then the wave of the undead and stuff like that, and you know, I don't know, it was. Everybody complains about the way the Night King died. I wasn't really super mad about that. I mean, there was.
I just thought it was too easy.
You know, should he have had a battle with Jon? Like a sword fight with Jon?
Yes.
Really? Because when did he do anything? Like any time, at any point, when did he show he was a badass or deserved like this great fight scene for an ending or anything?
I think
like
they
that?
should have had Sam.
But
Sam,
not to say that like John's a badass, just like have a battle.
Jon is, but the Night King, when did they show ever that he was anything other than just like
he
a
threw a
powerful
spear at a
thing?
dragon.
Yeah, that's it.
Sad.
I mean, he never fought anybody. He never did anything.
No.
He never, you know, he just looked at people awkwardly.
You're saying like,
through the
why
whole
is
series.
the Night King worthy of having a battle with Jon Snow? Like, why give him that?
Yeah, I
in
mean,
this
like
series?
everybody was mad about his death. Like I wasn't. That's the one thing about the whole ending of the show. I was like, okay, you know, I'm not super mad about it. Like he felt her coming from behind. He stopped Jon and Daenerys and everybody in their tracks by raising up everybody that had just gotten killed in battle, which is kind of his thing.
Right.
And then he walks into the castle to go do whatever. He kills Theon.
I was just gonna say, I feel bad. I kind of feel bad for him.
Fuck that dude.
The way him
Tell me
dying
how
there,
you really feel.
him dying there,
but-
I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But like, put up a freaking fight, not like, oh, I missed, dead.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna run with the spear from a
Yeah,
long distance away, like this long ass fucking trot with the spear. I'm just like,
weight-
you're an archer.
His
Right.
weight.
Like all you've ever shown is that you can shoot a bow. You've never shown that you could fight with the sword. You've never shown you could.
His weight was a little off.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no.
How do you have?
I mean, he
his
just turned,
dick?
snapped it, stabbed it right through him, and he was just like back on to the next, you know.
Right.
So, but he never did anything that warranted some great battle. So Arya killing him didn't bother me.
Yeah,
Like this is the thing you have to also think about. Okay,
Was
the
was
whole
he
point of
on
them
her
showing.
list?
I don't think he was. Not that I know of.
What?
On Arya's list.
The Night
he
King,
on-
was he
No.
on
I
her
don't think
list?
so. No.
Isn't that weird?
Like she could only kill people on her list.
That's all she ever killed.
No, she killed all the Freys, and the only person on her list was Walter Frey. But she killed all the Freys.
That's
She
true.
never said Walter Frey and all of his kin. Like
I think the whole point of them showing this, which whoever it was that finally killed him, whatever, but like lighting the swords and how they all just went out, like I think the whole point was for them like showing how impossible this battle was. Like, and then all the people that they kill then just can rise up and there's a whole nother army. Like there's no way they were going to win this, right? Unless they get to the Night King. And that's the whole,
Well,
I think
they
that's,
said that for 2 episodes leading.
well, I
up
know,
to
but
this,
that's
so.
what I'm saying. Then they're just giving the visual of it, which is why then
I mean,
they needed somebody to just,
Let
yeah,
him in.
and then they led into it great actually, because Melisandre did tell Arya, "You'll close the eyes of many
Right.
people," and she had said that prior.
Brown eyes, green
And
eyes, blue eyes.
right? And they brought it back, and then she's like, you know, it snapped. Okay, I get what the whole point of the thing was. I don't know. It just I wasn't mad about this. Is not the episode I was mad about. like other than the CGI being terrible and it being really hard to see a lot of different things. But I mean, you're filming in the dark in a winter storm. So, you know, I get the concept of it, but they could have put some background light in the CGI.
Yeah.
You know
Production,
what I mean?
it could have been better.
Right.
I feel like it was a long episode for what it was. I think they could have probably not.
I
I don't.
It led the winter is coming, the whole thing.
Well, that's
this should
true.
have been the last episode.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. I think the
Winter's over.
Night King
Goodbye.
should have had
The final
something like, okay, this probably isn't like an original
thought,
but him perhaps like not having a weakness to dragon glass or Valyrian steel or whatever, and him having to be killed some other way.
But the whole point of him being created by the dragon glass made it his weakness, and everybody that he turns weakness. So
Was it dragon glass? Or
yeah, she jammed it into his heart.
was that dragon glass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even say it's dragon
Yeah.
glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the whole point was, you know, that's why it's their weakness, is because that's what made him was dragon glass.
Okay.
That's pretty much his only weakness. You know what I mean? So like if they had to figure out something else in the middle of the battle, they're all fucked.
Burger
You know what I'm
King.
saying? Yeah. It was
mayonnaise.
what did you call the meat earlier?
Lab grown.
Lab grown meat. That's his weakness.
Well, okay. With the ending that we got,
Would you have killed Daenerys?
I don't like. Yes, the way they wrote it, you had to. But
Yeah.
I don't think her character deserved that. Like she was an
Yeah.
entitled little bitch. She was an entitled little bitch the entire show. She was. She just everything was just
Yeah.
handed to her because
Tits.
it was meant to be. No, I had to be because I was born in flame. Whatever, it was all prophesized.
So
that I was
is
going to
Sansa.
do this. Yeah, she's another one, but I mean, I get that side of it. Like she was just like, no, it's always meant to be, but she lost her damn mind, and they just didn't have to write it to where she lost her fucking mind. Like they rang the bell, and then she was like, nah, fuck
Too
that.
bad.
right.
You know what I mean? It's like, why? Why? You're the breaker of change. You're the freer of people. But all of a sudden, these people,
They killed
you're
her
just going to.
dragon.
They didn't kill her dragon.
She's pissed. She lost her baby.
Yeah, I get that. Whatever. She destroyed the fleet.
Well,
she, could have attacked the
that was the
castle.
other
She
thing.
didn't have to
She-
torch the
she
entire
forgot about-
city.
It was Cersei.
She forgot about she conveniently forgot about the stupid big giant things that shoot the big arrows. What are those things called?
the scorpions.
Scorpions.
Giant crossbow.
Yeah.
They called them the scorpions. Yeah.
So that takes out her second dragon.
Well, they didn't know that they were there. So they came around a bend, and the arrow is what actually showed the fleet before. Yeah, like how high up in the air were you flying that you
That's what
couldn't
I'm
see?
saying.
Yeah, it was convenient. It was very convenient that that's what happened.
But she said fuck Cersei and her people because she did try.
But those weren't her people. That was just the folk of King's Landing who surrendered and rang the bell. They were yelling, "Ring the fucking bell!
Right.
Ring the bell!" They were like they were trying to get them to
But-
surrender.
That's where Cersei was at.
No, she wasn't. She was watching all this
She
shit
was
from her
the-
tower,
Yeah.
watching her go up
From the
and
Red
down the
Keep.
roads like this, just burning innocent people. Like it was so far out of her storyline. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was just so. Yeah, the way they wrote it, yeah, you got to stab the bitch. You got to shut that shit
You
down.
could've stabbed-
Yeah, you got to shut that shit down. Like I'm not even mad at John for what he
Or-
did.
Yeah.
Or,
Didn't they say that her dad was crazy or something? Lost his mind? I think that's
yeah, the
why.
Mad
Yeah.
King.
Mad
Mad
King.
Mad King,
Yeah.
yeah. So then that's why they did it.
But
She's following suit.
the whole show for
It was
7
her,
seasons
"I'm not my
was
father."
all of these people not being their father, not being their
Yeah.
parents, not being this, not being that. And it was the new wave and how everything was going to change. And then they just immediately like, nope, we're not going to do that. And then just,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why people were mad. Cause I don't even like R.R. Martin probably is like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like they've ruined it. And this is what's in everybody's memory. And this is what everybody's going to remember. Even if I write the book and do it differently, this is what everybody's going to remember. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think they did anybody justice at the end. Bran and the whole three-eyed raven thing became such bullshit. Like it was just like filler episodes.
That was the other thing I was going to say about the Night King fight. What the hell did he do?
Bran?
Yeah.
Bran.
He became the
He
three-eyed
warned
raven.
a couple birds to follow the Night King on the dragon. Yeah. But what did that do?
Yeah, and then they really tried to, like, he's the memory of all of our history, and that's why he should be the king. And like,
Yeah, I wasn't. So
and then
sure.
they're like,
I wasn't
he can't have children. I'm like, he broke his back. Like,
Not his dick.
you know what I mean? Like, he didn't break his dick. His dick works. Like, he can't sully children or whatever it was. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Bran the Broken, and like that's the moniker that he's going to take on forever. Bran the Broken,
And
long live Bran the Broken.
Sit by a
Like,
tree.
And then he had this kind of personality where like he doesn't want anything. He has no desires.
right,
But then at the end, it's like, why do you think I came this whole way? I'm
right,
like,
because I'm going to be the king. Yeah, and
Okay.
like he could see the history of everything. How he couldn't see
The future.
what was supposed to come. He wasn't supposed to have the future foresight.
Well,
Right.
it wasn't him.
So, I mean, is that what the three eyes of the Raven are? I could be totally wrong.
I
Is
don't
it like
know.
past, present, and future? So he actually did have visions of the future? Is that what three eyes was? Or was the third
Probably.
eye like your third eye could, I don't know. This whole storyline became convoluted. Like his whole thing became a waste. Like it really did. Like other than, now we know the truth about John,
right.
his whole storyline became a waste. Like he could have gotten stabbed in the snow after we found out like John was a Targaryen, and it would have been perfectly fine.
Right.
Instead of losing another dire wolf, we could have lost Bran and Broken, and
I
I would have been okay with it.
I still think
Yeah, but they needed 4 Starks at the end.
Stark should have been in the title instead of Game of Thrones.
Well, that would have
Game
gave
of
it away.
Starks.
Something with the Starks.
Well, I mean, it's the Targaryens too. I mean,
Stargaryens.
and then, the fact that he's like, I'm not a Stark. You are half Stark.
Yeah,
You're
I
still
know.
fucking half Stark. Even if you're a Targaryen, you're still Stark. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
He's all snow.
that's
and
like
no
saying that
Stark.
you guys aren't Lannister, or whatever, but which they're not, but
Right.
Baratheon or whatever. I don't know. There was just a lot. It was just,
I feel like this is a show where like it's kind of like stuff just happens and you're kind of like, oh man, like that just happened. So when all of this, like the final season, I don't know that I was like upset by any of it necessarily. Just kind of like, I mean, there's a million different ways they could have done it. I feel like.
where's the 20,000 soldiers from the Golden Army?
Essos.
No,
No, they got brought to 20,000. That's what they said. They said Cersei's army has 20,000 soldiers. They never showed you 20,000 soldiers.
Well,
Didn't they show you too?
They showed you the main guy standing by the gate getting torched by the dragon and stuff like that. But I mean, like they might have showed like 1,000 of
Yeah,
them.
I
There
don't
wasn't
know.
20,000 of them. That was another thing that bothered me. Like she literally at this point had 5 times the army of what was left of the North.
right.
Between the Unsullied going through all these different battles, because there was only 8,000 of them to begin with, and all of a sudden still there was 8,000 at the end, but like fucking over half of them died in Winterfell, and they died in all these other battles and shit. And
The one thing that I hated was Sansa's uncle like steps up and thinks he's gonna do it.
Well,
I
I'm
thought
just
that was
like,
kind of funny.
I hate it.
That,
the
that
uncle
was
from River Run.
yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Which you would have thought he would have just gotten assassinated during the Red Wedding, because that's when they were killing everybody. Like, oh, you're gonna do your
Well,
bedding
they
ceremony.
They actually let him have the bedding ceremony, and then they kept him prisoner for how many years.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
Like
then Arya
he
came
could have
and
got
killed
killed off
everybody.
so early on, and then he's still there. Like
I don't even know why they brought him back for that scene.
color commentary.
It was just because it was another lord of
Right.
Stark.
someplace. No, he wasn't a Stark. He was always a Tully.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was Catelyn Stark's brother.
Right.
Oh.
They were the heirs to River Run.
Right.
Which is supposed to be a main junction point, just like the other guy that Walter Frey.
Right.
So they were basically bringing all the new lords or whatever and stuff like that. So okay, one thing we didn't talk about real quick: Mormont's death when she stabbed the giant. That was pretty cool. That's the only thing I've ever liked her in is Game of Thrones. I hate her in The Last of Us, but
yeah, I never saw that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much where she got her start was Game of Thrones.
yeah,
right?
that was pretty cool death though. The giant picks her up and he's squeezing her to death, and she just sticks a thing in the giant's eye and kills him again.
Yep.
Yeah, Lady Mormont.
What characters do you guys think got a proper ending?
Jorah.
Jorah. Okay.
Jorah got what should have been his ending.
Yeah.
Um,
Jorah and Theon. I mean, Theon could have, like I said, he was supposed to die there, but he could have put up a better fight.
he was a bitch to the entire show. Like he's such a weird looking dude.
He lost his
so
dick,
annoying and stuff. Yeah. So if we're talking about just the last season characters that got their fitting, I like Jon Snow's ending.
Whoever.
Yeah,
Sam?
I mean,
He just goes north.
right. That's
So, Arya taking off on the boat to go find what's west of Westeros was
Right.
cool. I don't like Sansa, but I guess she got the ending that everybody expected from that. Bran's was stupid. Tyrion being the hand, he's probably the worst hand ever to any king or anything, so I don't understand why he's still relevant. All he's ever done is give bad advice.
John's wolf.
Yeah, did you see they cut his ear off?
Yeah,
Like,
I
they never
why.
showed that, but then when they show him in the last
Yeah.
scene, all of a sudden he's missing an ear. And
I'm
like,
glad-
he wasn't missing an ear. And
Glad he was still there.
yeah, Ghost.
That's right. That's his name.
Yeah, Melisandre's I liked her ending. She just basically went out,
Walked
took the
away.
necklace off, and turned to dust.
yeah.
Snow turned to snow.
Was it? I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
She was in it.
Jon
but
Snow.
Yeah.
She turns into Jon Snow.
So Tormund just goes off with Jon.
Yeah.
So I mean, his ending wasn't anything.
I think the Hound had a proper ending.
Did you like the way the Hound died?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all he was trying to get to was to take out his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sad.
But
I mean, there's no redemption. He was
the
a piece of
whole
shit.
path
But, it's
of his way through the whole show, I mean, he hated pretty much everybody, but he was like still
a decent dude.
decent dude. Yeah.
What about Lady Brienne? She's a knight now.
Yeah, I don't. She's another one I really didn't care about
But,
a whole lot. I thought it was stupid of her
To have
going in
sex?
and no.
Oh.
When she was writing Jamie Lannister's story in the book of the
Oh,
King's
yeah.
Guard.
She,
Yeah, and
she
he
probably
pointed
put
out-
we fucked.
Yeah.
He pointed out that
Lady Brienne's virginity.
that she added all this stuff about Jamie, but she didn't correct that Tyrion really wasn't the one who
Yeah,
was responsible for killing.
because the last
Joffrey.
line was that Tyrion killed King Joffrey,
yeah.
and then
that was like
and
she's not going to change that.
she's not going to change it, even though we
Right.
all know that he's not the one that actually did it. So,
Right.
I don't know if I was necessarily like upset or about any of the endings. The whole
Marjorie.
for me, this whole thing was. Oh, you mean because I said I don't like that?
No, I was super upset about the ending for Marjorie Tyrell.
I was upset about hers just because I wanted to see where it was going to go.
Right.
But I feel like I said the last time, I really feel like this whole entire thing and whatever it's worth. I mean, I know it's already out there, whatever, but just from watching it, I feel like this was the story of the Starks. and them getting separated and going their different ways and then reuniting. And the whole point of this, in my mind, like my takeaway is, it is a Game of Thrones. It's all a game to them, and it's all like manipulation and power and I don't know, other messed up stuff.
Do you like that the dragon melted the throne?
Yeah, that was cheeseball of shit.
It was definitely cheeseball for sure.
John is like literally from me to you away from the flame that's so hot that it's melting
the dragon's pissed. You killed my mom.
But it's just so focused. The heat is just so focused. He's just sitting there and can go like this and watch. You know,
like
it's
Betty.
okay, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, the whole dragon picking her up and flying away just to never be seen again. Picked up his mother.
Well, and so that's the thing. That's what Tyrion says something in the last episode at the very end where he's like, well, none of us are really happy, basically. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what the whole entire show is. Like people
are unhappy the whole time.
Yeah. Like
so
living miserable lives, trying to get power and being greedy and all this stuff. And
booty.
Bran's so smart. He knows everything, right? And he's just all knowing at this point. But his counsel is Tyrion, who's done nothing but fuck up the entire show. The womanizer.
But they said,
what's the one guy's name?
Bronn?
His sale sword or whatever you want to call it. And
Master of coin.
Yeah, he's master of coin. Yeah, I think we should fix the whorehouses. You know, I mean, like, okay, it's comic relief, but it's like so unnecessary. And then Sam is the Meister now.
Yeah,
Maester.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for Tyrion, this is going to be his redemption. You fucked everything else up, so now.
Well, he's just like, if I'm going to be king, you're going to suffer too. I mean, I remember the whole exchange. I was just like, whatever, okay, you know. But, and then they show Lady Brienne as the Kingsguard, but
she's a knight Brienne.
You're really fixating on that knight thing.
She's a knight. So weird.
A knight can knight a knight. It doesn't have to be a king.
So that was before he fucked her, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right before.
It should have been right now.
Like, it was right before he was like, I'm going to do this. Yeah, you should knight her that way. Just like put it on his shoulder. Like,
fling his hand off. You're knighted. It was his right hand, right?
Yeah, because he had to learn to fight with his left. Yeah. All right,
that would have been
Game of Thrones.
No. Real quick. That's something that they should have did. Gendry should have made a freaking dragon glass hand for Jaime, so we can just bitch slap the undead. That would have been funny.
That was also very cheeseball that he's walking through and he pulls 3 rocks off, and then all of a sudden Jaime and Cersei are uncovered.
Yeah.
No. It's like, okay.
They worked really hard to stage that to look so nice and them holding each other.
Yeah, well, that's the way Jaime wanted to die. That was foreshadowing. He actually did say that like 3 seasons prior. He said, the way I want to die is in Cersei's arms.
Gross.
So, the arms of my lover.
After she has sex like with, what's the guy? What's the guy's
the pirate?
name? Yeah, what's his name?
Their uncle.
Euron Greyjoy.
Huron?
Euron. Juron, I think.
Euron.
Uranus.
Well, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
What's really close to Euron, babe?
Urine.
Huron.
Lake Huron.
Matt got it.
Urine?
Urine.
Oh,
yeah.
Uranus.
Urine.
Yep. Okay, next.
So real quick, I have to ask you, because you specifically said that should have been the last episode, The Long Night. So do you think all this other stuff with like who has the throne and all this stuff should have been wrapped up before that? Like, do you think that
Yeah, because it was Winter is Coming is the premise of the show from episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the next 3 episodes were just like, oh.
So would you kind of have flipped it?
No, I wouldn't have written it that way. I said the way they wrote it, they backed themselves into a corner with the way they did things.
I think that's what I was sort of alluding to earlier, was that like the Night King had to be more difficult to kill than he actually was, so that everybody in the North had a reason to retreat, go to King's Landing, really tell Cersei now, like, hey, it's really coming now. Like, you can either team up with us or, oh, look, they're right there. Help. And then that turns into something different there.
Yeah.
And it's not just Daenerys getting mad and burning the city down.
Yeah. I just like how every time a woman gets moody, they change her outfit to black.
Yeah.
Every time in the show, she's like, I'm not taking it anymore. And they give her a black dress to wear, you know. Even Daenerys at the one point, like after, what's her name? What's her sidekick translator's name?
Missandei.
Yeah, Missandei. After she dies, now Daenerys is all in black.
Right.
You know, every time somebody goes in the morning or gets mad or whatever, they get a black wardrobe upgrade because they're a badass.
I really hate Cersei.
I love Cersei.
What?
Yes.
Why?
She's a fucking smart, witty bitch, dude. She makes that show. Like, you can't have Game of Thrones without Cersei.
I mean, yeah, but I still don't like her.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the way they did her at the end either.
I just hated her hair.
Like the lying to everybody about whose baby it is thing, trying to play everybody against everybody and all that stuff. And it was just,
hate her.
I didn't like the way they did her in the I liked her all the way up until the end of season 7. I didn't like what they did with her in season 8. I was just kind of like, man, it's just not. And then her and Jaime's death was just not fulfilling.
The streets weren't for her.
Yeah.
The streets ruined her.
Yes.
Shame.
Shame.
So, did you guys know who she was? The actress, the Shame actress.
Oh, yes.
So I kept asking Virginia, I'm like, do you know who this is yet?
Like,
do you know who this is yet?
don't.
Like for a whole
I did
season,
not get
I'm like,
it.
do you know who this is?
Show her
I did
face.
it one time.
Show her face.
Hannah Waddingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in a bit?
Oh,
Once he told me, I could
when
not.
When they show her to the side,
Yeah,
it's like,
I could not unsee it.
Well, she's from Ted Lasso.
Never
Yeah.
seen it. I don't know.
Oh, you guys never watched that? That's such
I
a
mean,
good
we
show.
had watched it and it was just like, how did I miss it? Like, she has such a distinguishing look.
On the
She's
left,
so
she
tall,
kind of
too.
looks like Sigourney Weaver.
No.
Shame.
She played her role well. I was
Unella,
shocked too.
that's
This is
what
the
her
thing
name
I will
was.
say
How tall
too.
is she?
Unella.
Her role in Ted Lasso versus Game of Thrones is so different that I was like, I have a lot of respect for actors and actresses that can play such different roles
Yeah,
and
I
do
think
them
she
both
really
well.
How tall is she?
A ton of a role, and I did like her death or her. ending.
You don't think she had a ton of a
tall
role
is
in Game
she?
of Thrones?
No,
How
not
tall?
really.
I
Yeah.
do.
She had bit parts. She was just barely even in there.
Yeah, but she did them
I bet
well.
she had 20 minutes actual screen time.
Okay, well, she did her 20 minutes very well. 5'11".
She's as tall as you, Matt.
In heels.
Oh, in high heels, yeah.
All right, we can move on. Let's go to the bear.
All right, The Bear. Final season. It happened.
Oh, it's done? Did they
yes.
release it all at once? I thought they were doing
Yes,
it.
it was all released at once.
So did you guys binge it?
Yeah. It's still pretty new, so I don't want to spoil too much because, I mean, it's 8 episodes, I want to say.
Did it blow up?
Spoil it.
Did it blow up?
They were having some, like in the preview, they showed that they were having like either like electrical or water issues or something
Yeah,
like
they're,
that.
they're having water.
So many issues.
Water issues.
So one last cook. Whatever, you know.
Yeah. So, I don't know. The premise is kind of like, oh my gosh, let's put ourselves in so much more pressure again and have so many problems. And then like still try and find a way to overcome it all again. I mean, it's like they kind of did this
For 4 seasons.
Yeah. So this isn't really
So, okay, when did you guys lose the show?
I mean, I don't know if we ever lost it, but
I mean, it was really good to start.
sure.
When did it taper off for you? Because like,
Season 4.
yeah,
probably.
I hit season 4 and I'm just like, oh. So I still haven't finished it. So I can't really talk a ton of shit, but I don't know that I will.
They use pretty much all the same elements that you've seen from previous seasons.
What did you think, Alicia?
I have a favorite episode.
Oh, like total ever? Or of the season 5?
Season 5.
Okay.
Episode 7 is Caramel.
Right.
So, like, I love food shows. Just so we're clear.
Okay.
So it was emotional as fuck because all the shit's happening to the building. Everybody's losing their shit. Sid asked Richie to cancel people's tables or reservations, whatever, and he doesn't. So everything is just going to shit. So my favorite part is Neil.
Yeah.
So
Maddie Matheson.
So instead of him like just seating people, he's and being awkward and fighting with his brother and stuff.
Right.
He's working the floor and he's talking to guests, and he's standing at his table with his hands like this because he doesn't know what to do with his hands. And it reminds me of me.
That Anchorman. Or no, I'm sorry, Talladega Nights.
Right.
Well, me, because I don't know what to do with my hands. So he's just being awkward as hell, and he gets asked about his tattoos, and he starts telling a story, and Richie and I forget the Asian guy's name, but they're like, "Oh no, like he's over there talking to people. Like, should we go get him?"
Is he telling a story?
And they're like, "Wait, is he telling a story? Like, just wait a second." And he starts telling all the stories about his tattoos on his arms and stuff, and it went well. And Chef Sid's next dish is coming out, and he's like, "It's fucking bananas," and that was a banana dish.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. The customer asks his name, and he says it and walks away. And he's like, "Oh, and what's your name?" And he's like, "Neil," or I don't remember the exact line, but then he just walks away all awkward as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Which I thought was like perfect.
he did a great job just being that comic relief character again, but it's not anything, unfamiliar compared to previous seasons. So it's more of that.
I feel like he peaked and then he walked away.
Right.
He was like, "I'm Neil, fuck you."
Like George Costanza. I'm going out on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Carmy, he drops a plate and he's about to lose his fucking mind. And he was telling Sid to fire her dish, which is something that her mother made. And then they get like kind of short staffed and nobody to like walk out the dishes, and she serves the weatherman is who Neil is talking to, and
Right.
she's like, "Oh, like I really like him, like the weatherman or whatever." And so she serves them, and he's like, "Oh, like compliments to the chef or whatever." Little do they know that she's the chef.
Right.
And I think that was emotional for her because that was her mom's dish. And then, she says that.
Oh, so they had a Ratatouille moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially. Didn't they say something about Ratatouille in the show?
Maybe. I don't know.
Nice callback.
And then Marcus he showboats his dad, because the episode is caramel, by forgetting the caramel sauce. And he had lit the candle, like came up and said like, "Hey, Pops," lights the candle, and he's like, "This is whatever banana dish it is," and he's like, "Almost forgot the caramel," and he cuts the candle in half and drizzles it on.
Yeah, the caramel's just sitting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
In there.
But the entire show is like my level of like high anxiety and stress.
That's why you liked it. You
Yeah.
related to it.
Yeah. I love the show because like it's like you can tell like what's gonna happen, but at the same time, like some unforeseen things happen and everybody just gets through it. And that's life, right?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like it's good, but it's like it's not unfamiliar compared
And
to
then
what they've
the show
done.
could be called The Relentless Bear. Because it's just shit and shit and shit, and then they always get through it.
Yeah. So,
And then
know.
Luke,
except for season 4, where they talk about everything but the restaurant.
Yeah, they do.
Luke was so funny, he made me cry. He gave me a taste of my own medicine. You know, when I'm funny sometimes and it hurts.
No.
Go ahead.
They were like explaining like who's coming in and for what table. And Richie was like, again, they're busy as fuck. He overbooked the tables. They start bringing people in to sit and watch and say there's like a special table in the kitchen, you know? And Sid's about to lose her fucking mind and, you know, beat the shit out of Richie. And going over the reservations and saying, oh, like it's an engagement. And he wants a table or a kitchen tour is what they say. And
right.
I said, oh, I want a kitchen tour. And I looked at him and he said, it's right over there. I was like, motherfucker.
It was funnier in the moment.
It was funny. And
But it made her cry.
I cried a little bit.
Had to be there.
Yeah.
But that's like so not Luke to be like, the kitchen's over there, bitch.
That's not what I said.
Would have been better.
Yeah, so I liked episode 7 of this last season. It's a show. All shows are shows. They be showing, you know.
All right, little tidbit here. So I've been gone because of some remodeling adventures. 2 things that have happened that were pretty much what I want to touch on with the remodeling. So if you follow us, you'll know that I did an epoxy floor and Spartan Epoxy Flooring Company. Is a piece of shit. They are still a piece of shit. So I disputed the charge with who I paid with, and Spartan Epoxy came back and disputed it, and they're actually fighting with me. Even though they won't contact me directly and deal with me or communicate with me like normal human beings, they'll dispute and talk to the PayPal. Anyway, so PayPal declines my claim.
Okay.
Because of the verbiage. So, because the way they gave us like really shitty options of ways that we could dispute it, and one of them was basically
missing part or something. Right?
No, not exactly as described.
Oh yeah,
right,
that's right.
Right.
So that's not the option we wanted to choose. We wanted to choose that the part was defective or did not work.
Right.
But they didn't have that.
They
option.
didn't really have that option. Yeah. So the closest thing that we could find in the verbiage that we chose was not exactly as described. So they decline it because they're like, it is as described. It just didn't work. And they actually say that. And yeah. I'm like, okay. So they're like, you can appeal this claim. So I appeal the claim. Dude, I'm telling you what, there's not a person from PayPal in this country.
Probably not.
The first number they gave me was an Australian number. And
hi, mate.
I'm like, do you have a toll-free or a US number? You know, so I don't have to call Australia on my phone, you know?
Right.
And they're like, oh yeah, we can give you that. So they give me this number and they're like, the hours were 6 to 6 and they gave it to me at 8:00 last night. So
we called today.
Yeah. So this is after being online on a chat and them declining it again. And I'm like, wait, you're declining it for the same reasons you're not listening to me. I want to change the verbiage, whatever I need to do so you can quit saying it's not as described, because that's not the language I wanted to use when I was trying to say this in the first place. She was like, okay, well, we got to transfer you to this other department. So they transfer me to this other department. And he's like, I got to transfer you to this other department. After he has me on the chat for 20 minutes without saying a word.
Yeah.
So then he gives me a number and he's like, you're going to have to call in. So today we're driving home and she's like, have you called that number yet? And I'm like, no, I didn't have time. I was busy at work all day. So I call and this guy is reading me back verbatim what I typed in were the reasons that it didn't work. And you think you misspeak? And like,
no.
We misspeak.
So He couldn't say acetone. He couldn't say xylene.
And
he couldn't say
he
patio.
was speaking English.
He was speaking English.
but that was probably not his first language.
No, I would assume not. I had a lot of trouble understanding him, and I kept repeating back the same things. Like, I want to change the reason why I'm disputing this. I want to appeal this claim using different verbiage.
Your best guess, what was his ethnicity?
Indian.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, what was a word?
Patio.
Acetone.
Don't get me wrong. Some of these words are probably most of America can't fucking pronounce, or spell.
Sure.
So, because I used a lot of technical terms because I'm trying to be very specific that,
Right.
the formulation was incorrect. And, so I spelled it out, by weight and all these different things and my explanation of why this did not work. And it's not my fault. It's this company's fault. So he read it all back to me, and it took him, I shit you not, like 15 minutes. And I'm like, I can see this on my screen. You really don't need to read it back to me. And then he was arguing with me about it. Well, I changed this. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, thank you for your time. Just make sure you put in there that it is not because it was not as described. So I'm waiting to hear back from that. So that's the adventures in flooring. The bathroom, which
I will say too, though, I just have to say, when he was telling me all this and like explaining what this conversation was, it made me think it's such a shame because if the reason that they're not like, because he said,
the guy actually told me, he was like, the reason they keep denying this claim is because nobody understands what you're trying to say or what the product is that you bought.
They don't know what we're talking about. And so I feel like if it's declined because of that reason, it really stinks because I don't know.
It seems like a sticky
Declined
situation.
because I don't care is
situation.
basically what that feels like.
Well,
it does. I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
you're saying it's not as described, but you're saying they sent you what you ordered. So we're going to deny it. You know what I mean? So it's such superficial, text or superficial understanding of what the issue is.
And really the funniest part about it to me is that even Alexa gets this.
Oh yeah. No, it's not Alexa.
Oh, what is it? Something else. Oh, Gemini.
It's Gemini.
Oh, sorry. Gemini gets this.
Gemini and all the bottles of water that I've used for her to explain this.
Like multiple times too, because here's the thing. Like at the end of the day, you're given a product and you are told, put this container with this container, mix them together, put it on the floor.
And it ruins all three parts, not just the top part.
Right.
It ruins all three parts of the floor.
So it like logically, when you do exactly what they're telling you to do and it doesn't work, the only reason that would be is because they either get sent the wrong product or because they didn't have the right like
formula.
Right.
That's the only solution. And that's why it's like, it's
Did
so
you leave
simple.
a review yet?
No, I haven't, but we did read one today that somebody had the exact same problem.
And that was on the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah.
Because I looked at it and I'm like, Matt, like this is juicy.
They had the exact same issue I did. And it's on the Better Business Bureau.
You should find out what state and then put it like a misconnection and say like, hey, I see you're having the same issue.
Yeah.
Let's get together.
But
anyway, I think it's unfortunate
I see your floor?
that is like, because it's very clearly, I think it's very clear where the issue is and whatnot. And I mean, I guess that's the whole thing to any two-sided thing, but
the whole thing is it's cost me hundreds of dollars and tons of labor between the two of us. We're talking about
layers of your skin.
And so many layers of my skin. I had chemical burns. I have pictures of them all bandaged and wrapped. But yeah, I mean, like, and we had to go through and re-strip this all back off. And I didn't even ask for any of that or come back on them for any of my lost time or any of my effort or anything. Just warranty your fucking product.
And the worst part is like,
if they would have just sent me a new top coat.
Yeah, he would have been fine.
Which is a quarter of the overall price of the whole thing. So that I could have fixed what they gave me. And they refused and actually just treated me like I was stupid. So yeah, not happy about that one. So I decided I was going to gut my bathroom down to bare bones and redo everything. And I redid all of the plumbing, electrical, actually took it down to the floor joists. I ripped the entire floor out of the bathroom and put a whole new subfloor in and everything. Which all of that comes with its own challenges and things that happened and learning experiences from dealing with 4 foot by 2 foot tile and a lot of lost patience from
And
people
black.
that I was working
and black,
with.
I hear.
Yeah, black on black on black.
Big on black.
Yeah. That all aside, we decided Wednesday, which is like 5 days into this project, that we just couldn't stay at the house anymore and we needed to go do something. So we're like, let's just go somewhere and stay the night. So we've talked to you guys before about the couples escape room hotel type thing.
Right,
we found a booking, but it was in
Very
Hillsborough.
cool. Highly recommend.
Yeah, and they're super cool people besides what happens here. The people that own it are super cool.
No.
So we drive 3.5 hours to Hillsborough, Ohio.
Because that's what had the opening.
Yeah, that's who had the opening.
There's
like
a closer
they never
one.
have an opening like that night or the next night. It just doesn't happen, So they're usually booked like at least a month out. So we go down. It's the one room that's available. It's Paris nights. We go down there. And everything's okay. The drive's long, whatnot, go down. When you do these escape rooms at this specific location or locations through these people, about halfway through, they tell you to go to dinner. They're like, go into town, go have dinner, relax, and then come back and do everything else because it's more couples related or more things where you're not going to be leaving the hotel.
Right.
So we leave, we go to dinner, and it's actually like some random hibachi place that we go to. Food was actually
really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But it was like neither one of us got hibachi. It was she got like pad thai,
Yeah.
and I got like pineapple chicken. And it came in a pineapple, like husk of a pineapple.
Right.
So the food was good and stuff like that. We're gone probably about an hour total with the drive out because we're like, it's 95 degrees. We're not walking 1.5 miles, So we drive around all this carnival construction that they've got roads blocked off and go.
You didn't go
over.
to the carnival?
No. So
We did not.
we come back. It hadn't started yet because this is Wednesday. It started on the weekend.
Okay.
So we come back and I'm like typing the code in to get into the door, and I look at her and I go, "Do you hear water running? Did you turn water on?"
So to be fair, I was like, they have the TV that's like crackling fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it's just like, I don't think it's a big deal. I
The
think it's just the
crackling of the
TV.
fire on the TV, So we go in and I'm like, no, it's fucking water running. And I go immediately through.
He was like a bullet. Like,
Right, immediately through to try and find out where this water is coming from. And I get through the first room and I turn right and there's like a kitchen and I just stop and the whole fucking ceiling is just dumping water.
it was wild.
Is this-
talking like,
Is this in a house?
Yes.
Like
Okay.
an old Victorian 3-story big ass house.
Oh.
Yeah.
and it is like, it's not like, oh, there's a drip.
It's water running.
Like somebody left the bathtub overflowing?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, we need to go upstairs and stop them from whatever they're doing while I go call the emergency number.
So I'm like, I got it.
she goes out the door, she goes up a flight of stairs, and I'm like, is it that door or the other one? She's like, this is the one where the kitchen's at. So she goes up and she's like banging on this door and she's like, hello. And I'm like on the phone, like calling the emergency contact number. And I'm like, hey, I'm staying at your facility, I'm in this room, and the room above us is flooding out the ceiling. Like there's drywall falling.
It was
There's
so
so
bad.
much water. So
I mean, like pouring.
yeah, you
out
can
of the
tell
ceiling.
the part of your
the bear.
conversation with the people upstairs.
What the hell were they doing?
Well, what do you think they were doing?
Peeing on each other?
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, that's
Well, they had to wash it off.
so I'm knocking.
I don't know.
I'm knocking on the door like pretty loud, and I'm like, "Excuse me."
Are they splish splash taking a bath?
Oh, they were, and
And this
the guy.
giant jacuzzi shower tub thing that they have in every room. So
All I hear is this guy say something about his ball sack, and I was just like,
something on his ball sack.
yeah, something. I was like, and like laughing, and they were like having
Okay,
a good old time.
Little sidebar. When we first walked in, before we even heard the water, we hear this woman go, "Woo!"
And we just looked at each other and just started cracking up.
Yeah,
We're like,
oh, they're having fun.
Okay. Like, we went to dinner. Like, so I go up and knock on the door, and they're trying to figure out what they're doing. And I don't even think at that point that they knew somebody was knocking on the door. And finally she's like, what is that noise? And he's like, is somebody knocking on the door? And she's like, yeah. Like, he's like, what am I supposed to do? like minutes later, as I'm like hearing all this.
So I'm like standing on the stairs just in case he like freaks out on her, you know, because he can see me when he opens the door.
So
It's just Matt's
he put
head.
his he put his robe
He's like,
on.
that's my ball sack.
He put his robe on, opened the door, and I'm like, hi there. Like, whatever you guys are doing in there, the water is pouring into our room below you. Like, and he's like, oh, it is? Like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I'll go shut it off. And I was like, yeah, definitely. Like, whatever. So
I'm on the phone with not only the manager of the facility, I'm on the phone with the owner of the facility, and I'm talking back and
Like
forth.
the property owner.
Yeah, the property owner. And they're both texting me like, hey, you need to call me. Hey, you need to call me. Like, you know, because I'm like, where are the shutoff lines? You
And
know,
I don't
can
think
I shut
that
the water
Right,
off? Because like
yeah.
they shut the tub off and it's still coming down. Like I need to know where shutoff lines are. I need to know where, you know, things like that. And then I'm like, you know,
I don't think at that point they realized like how bad it was.
You should have just left and went home.
well, she was
Well,
like,
we were going to.
she was like, can you take pictures and stuff like that and send it to me, show me how bad it is? And I was like, she was like, oh crap. Like, you know, I need to get a hold of this person. And I'm like, well, in the meantime, do you have extra towels? Do you have linens? Do you have like a linen closet or something? So she's giving me combinations to doors and locks and shit.
This is the real.
Yeah.
It's so funny though, because now like whenever we go, we know exactly where to get extra towels if we need them.
You guys are never gonna find a better escape room.
So we go through and we go through the first door and I'm like, oh, we haven't found that yet. That kind of ruined that whole
She's like,
surprise.
oh, I'm
And then
so sorry.
we go into the next room and it's like, yeah, didn't see that yet either. You know, and it's like, so we get in this like linen closet thing that's hidden behind like this silk or what, like
a
velvet
Yeah.
like sheet.
Yeah.
And behind it's like a linen closet. So we start just pulling towels out.
Right.
So we run back into the kitchen. We're throwing them on the floor. I go down through the one little cubby that leads down into the basement where they had a Reiki room.
Oh yeah. I have to tell you that.
Reiki?
Reiki.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever
I was
it
like,
is.
wait, what?
Reiki. I don't know. But yeah. No, whatever that shit is that you're into where you can feel someone's
Your name
aura
is
or
Reek.
whatever. But
That's what came to my mind actually.
What'd you say?
you can hear water coming
name is
down.
Dion, Reek.
You can hear water coming down from the kitchen through this room, but they've got like these fake tunnels and stuff like down in there and stuff. And you can hear it on the other side of that. And I'm like, oh God, I can't even tell how bad this is at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go back up and we're like wiping walls down and cleaning drywall up and cleaning the floor and stuff. And I'm like messaging the guy back and forth and stuff. And he's
Did they
like,
pay you for it?
we're going to give you the full refund plus something special, which we never really got.
Nothing was ever
anything
special.
But and when he refunded me,
We'll take the refund.
He only initially refunded me the $100, and apparently the lady that was doing the refunds got them mixed up, and they refunded the people upstairs the whole amount,
Yeah,
which they
and
were
us
supposed
the
to
partial.
refund us, and gave us the partial. So then he's like, I'll get it straightened out. He did, like real quick. He emailed everybody, copied me on it and stuff. But he called me at work for romantic escape getaways. And that's how he told the receptionist who he was. So she calls me and she's like, Matt, I've got Marty
God.
from Romantic Escape Getaways. And I'm like, yeah, that's for me.
You
I
never
need that
told me
call.
that. That's amazing.
So they transferred over, and
So
I'm talking to
funny.
him and stuff, and he was really cool. They were super nice about the whole thing. They were gracious, the fact that we helped them get it cleaned up.
Right.
He was actually explaining to me like what happened to the tub, the part that broke, and different things like that. Well, apparently the hookups were like washing machine lines, and they used like a cheap washing machine line that kinked. And it rusted in that kink position and blew.
Right.
And that's
So-
what
Really kinky.
yeah. Kinky lines for the kink room.
It's not the kind it's not the kind you want.
No.
But so yeah, I mean they were really nice. Obviously I don't
Do you
know
have
if they
pictures?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. With video.
Yeah, I have a video of it like dropping in the terrible lighting of the like Paris themed kitchen that we couldn't get actual lights to come on.
Yeah.
It was like this purple light and atmosphere thing.
Could you imagine if, like, when you guys first walked in there
Oh man.
and then it started leaking, you're like, wait, so is it supposed to?
Is this part
do
of the
that?
room?
Right.
Oh, it's like a waterfall in Paris.
I just
Well, just one little quick note. They did say, they're like, your tub isn't leaking, so you guys can at least enjoy that part of the escape room if you want. Because like the water took out the internet.
we've
like
seen
part
enough
the
water.
So part of the things like in the room were ran off of internet and sensors and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Yeah,
our
so it was, like,
escape
wasn't
room wasn't
working.
working. Eventually we did like.
I don't know if it just reset or what. But
no, it didn't. Because
oh,
Alexa
that's right.
and stuff like that.
Okay,
never
so
ended up
there
working,
was a clue that we figured it out and did what you had to do, right? And it wasn't working, but we could see like there's sensors right there. Like this is
Right.
definitely right. And so they have for
QR
each of
code.
the like clues, they have a QR code that you can put in, and then it'll like if you really can't get it, like it'll help you to advance to the next thing or
Right.
whatever, tell you
if
what
you
you're
can't
supposed to
figure
do.
out the clue.
Yeah,
Not if you
we
can't get it.
Up.
we don't have that. Well, I can't say
What?
that even now.
What the? So anyway,
I'm saying
if
we
you
are
can't
able to
figure out
solve the clues very easily
they
is
will
what I
give you
meant.
The answer.
So they give you the answer, and so we looked that particular one up.
At the
Okay.
And we're
very,
able
very
to
bottom,
continue.
It says,
Yeah.
if the prop does not work, pull out the bottom drawer all the way and reset the power strips. And as soon as I shut the power strips off, the magnetic releases went off, and this like arm wall opens up, and there's a staircase, and this trap door opens up above it. You climb up the arm wall and go up into this other part.
It's very cool. It's things that you wouldn't think of, and
It is a
it's
really
so
cool
well
escape
done.
room.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Like
It's just
It's-
it's
it just
unfortunate
leaked.
that
it's super expensive.
Are
Like to
they-
me, it's
Yeah.
super expensive.
I think it's
for
expensive
a night.
too, yeah.
$500 for a night is expensive
Were
to
they
me.
able to fix everything?
Yeah.
Did they tell you?
Yeah.
oh, you mean like repair the
Yeah.
ceiling and stuff?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, like certain props hadn't worked before because, like, in the clue at the bottom, it told you how to, get it to work or whatever. But, yeah, it was, I mean, we just didn't get to do everything the way it should have been done. So, yeah, and certain things still didn't work at the very
Yeah,
end.
I think there were a
but-
couple that we had issues
Did
with.
you tell Marty that you were doing this escape room to get away from your bathroom?
No, I did
No,
not.
but
I
here's-
did not.
Here's the crazy
Oh, the
thing.
fucking
Like
irony
I was
right
telling
there.
him, like it really is. Like of all the nights that we had been looking at this for a while.
Yeah.
Like, and this one just he like slid his phone over and was like, "Hey, look at this." I'm like, "What? Like, how did it open up?" And I'm like, "What are the odds?"
It was listing that there was an availability. That's what I showed her on my phone, just to be clear.
Yeah,
I didn't show you. And she was like, what? No, it wasn't anything weird.
the availability. Jeez Louise. I'm just talking like normal. I don't know.
Our audience is probably wondering what the hell at this point. So I'm just making sure everybody's on the same page.
I just thought, what a coincidence. Like, if anybody else had been there, they probably wouldn't have cared as much as Matt, known what to do as much as Matt.
I was super nice about the whole
He
thing.
very much was. Like,
they were really nice, so I wasn't crappy. I didn't get crappy about it ruining the whole freaking experience. I was actually kind of laughing. I was like, this
Or
is
the-
just the dark cloud that follows me. It really is. It was just
The bathroom cloud.
No, it's just there's a dark cloud that follows me in my life, and if it could happen to somebody, it would happen to me, and that's just kind of like what happened. And I was like, yeah, this is super
you
fitting.
should have went down to the Reiki room, cleared your energy.
Yes. Maybe it's because we made fun of that when we
Probably.
were in there.
Yeah,
that
that's
was like
what
the karma
happened.
that we got back from that.
Yeah.
So as we tried to escape the bathroom follies, it followed us to Hillsboro, Ohio.
yeah, I really did.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Right?
Oh my God.
It was wild.
I'm like, you can't write this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're,
So-
you're never going to go to a better escape room.
Oh, yeah.
I just like that there were other people involved as well.
Yeah, other couples that probably just think we're the crazy people. You know what I mean? Like, so
Like, can't you see we're
the
busy?
third room that had people that never came to their door and just heard us out there like banging on doors.
You're
Like,
probably like, what is happening?
like,
We really do need to escape. We are trapped in here.
yeah. So that leads
Oh,
us
man.
into the Mamaluke of the week, which is another folly of my life.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to go to Hilarities last night to see Mark Norman.
We're super looking forward to
we were.
it.
super big fan of his. I've seen him 3 times recently. This would have been the 4th time in 2 years. We were driving up there, and I hit one part of the highway where the ramp has 2 lanes that go to the right. Like one lane can go straight or turn, and the right-hand lane has to turn, but there's 2 lanes that go up the ramp.
Right.
And we turned to go up the ramp, and I was on the lane that could go either way, and the guy from the outside lane just drove straight into the side of my truck. We pull over to the side of the road after I basically run him off the road.
First I said, what just happened? And Matt's like, some guy just hit me.
So I pulled into the middle of both lanes and hit my brakes to where he couldn't get around me because I was making him get off the highway.
Right.
So we pull off on the side of the ramp, and I get out of my truck and make sure there's nobody coming and stuff. And I go around the side of my truck, and he goes, "Did you not see me?" And I'm like, "Did I not see you hit my fucking truck?"
Your brand new truck.
Yeah. And to me, brand new to me. Yeah. So I'm upset, but that was as crappy as I got with the guy, but he was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Turn around and look, you left your lane and went straight into the side of my truck." So I'm looking at the side of my truck, and I can't tell if it's a dent because it's so bright outside. The sun was just like super bright. So it was like, and I had a nice shine to my truck. So I can't tell if it's dented or scratched or how far or deep the scratches go, but it's like a 4-foot section of my truck that's got a giant scratch down the side of it. And I'm looking at it, and he's like, "I need to go sit down." I'm like, "Go sit down." So that's the start of it.
Can I get you a drink?
You know what I mean?
So I didn't hear any of this prior until that. I got out of the truck, and I heard him say, "I just need to go sit down."
And I'm like, "Just go sit down." So I'm like looking at it. I look at her. I'm like, "Can you call, the local police department or whatever and have them send somebody out while I deal with this guy?" So I go up to the guy, and he's like, "I don't know." I was like, "We're going to exchange insurance information." "I'm going to write down everything from your ID on a piece of paper."
It's
and
his
we're going to
first
exchange.
accident since.
Oh, no.
No, it was not his first accident. So he's like, "Well, I don't know any of that information and stuff like that." And he's like, so I'm like, "Well, who does know your insurance information?" He's like, "My wife." I'm like, "Well, call your wife." So he calls his wife, and he hands me the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to his wife, and I'm explaining, first off, let me explain it. Everybody's okay. Don't worry. I'm like, "But your husband left his lane and hit my truck, and I need your insurance information, and I need all of his information so that when the police get here, we can expedite this process because I'm supposed to be somewhere." So expedite this process, however you want to say it. So
Expedite.
yeah. So
I like it.
Me too.
I'm talking to his wife. She gives me all the information. I write everything down and stuff like that. And he's just looking at me. He's like, "Can you charge my phone?" And I'm like, "What kind of phone do you have?" He's like, "An iPhone." And I'm like, "If it's not a Type-C charger, I can't help you, bro. But, we can try." And he's like, "My wife's going to send a picture of my driver's license too, because I don't have my driver's license." And I'm like, "Okay." So then we're standing outside of the truck, and he's like, "Where is this road?" And I'm like, "That road was down there." Like, not even where you're going. It was down there. And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm pretty familiar with the area. I'm just from, another city south of here."
Did he have
he's
a
like,
stroke?
"I don't know, dude." Like,
It was rough.
so it was so bad. Like, at one point, after we were standing there for like 15, 20 minutes waiting on the cops,
Maybe he was an older guy.
Yeah,
I'm leaning up against the back of my truck, and he comes up and he goes, and she's standing there at this point, and he comes up and he goes, "I didn't even hit anything." He said, "You hit my fucking truck."
that was a point for me that I was just like, oh, that was hilarious, because he was standing there, and he's like, "Well, I mean, I didn't even hit anything," or something like that. And that's like,
I said, "You hit my fucking truck." And then he's like, "I got to go sit down."
Yeah,
like,
he said this. He said that probably like 10 times while we were there.
I looked at her, and I'm like, "I'm going to sit in the back of the truck because I don't know if I'm making him nervous or what, and I don't want anything, weird to happen. Plus, it was hot. I was wearing all black, so I was like, I'm just going to sit in the back of the truck."
Also, you're scary looking.
And
I think he was probably
he kept saying
intimidated.
he was
He
going to run out
probably
of
was.
gas, and I'm like, "You do have your car shut off, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, you're not going to run out of gas while your car's shut off."
Was he drunk, do you think?
No,
No.
I think he was just a fucking space cadet.
Yeah.
Like, he's a Mamaluke.
He is the definition of a Mamaluke.
So
really.
the cops come and stuff like that. And the cop walks up and he's like, what happened? And I'm like, he left his lane right down there at the bottom of the ramp. He ran right into the side of my car. Like he just didn't turn. He just went right into my lane. I'm like, and it almost ripped his mirror off. His mirror was totally folded out and everything. And there's marks on it and you can see it, but he folded the mirror back in. And
it was a
Civic,
tiny little Honda
2019 Honda Civic. So like the mark is like super low on my truck because I was like, at first I'm like, what happened? You know, like,
because when we got home, I was like, Matt, I'm like, can you imagine a car this low? And I like went to like where the mark is on his truck because it was like low. And I have to say my experience with this guy was something else too, because when he went and sat in the truck, I was like, oh, I'll just shoot the breeze with him. Like we're chatting it up. And even around me, he was like, okay. And he would just kind of be like, okay, I'm going to go sit down.
And I was like, I was like, Virginia, just get in the truck. It's hot outside.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I was like, the cops will see us when they pull up.
But I do have to say, at one point, he also said, I mean, I just don't even see any damage on my car. And I walked around to the side of his car and I said,
and the mirror's
completely
forward on his car.
I said, you don't see how your mirror is completely turned in and that there are scrapes all over it? That's what hit his car or hit his truck. Like,
and he's like, well, I haven't been in an accident since 2019. But his windshield's cracked, like
his windshield's cracked
all the way over.
He has front end damage on like the front right of his car. I'm like, was that the accident you were in? Because
I don't think you heard everything I said. I said this is his first accident since Nam.
Oh,
because clearly, he's not all there.
No, and it was such an interesting interaction. So the best part is the cop shows up, right? So our local police department is, my opinion, a Mamaluke as well. He walks up and he's like, well, you know, you guys could just exchange information. I'm like, I called you so I could get a police report number because I don't want to argue with the insurance company. And most insurance companies ask for a police report number. Right. And he's like, well, we could go that route. Or you guys could just exchange insurance information. And then if the insurance companies fight, then we could like put a report together with all the pictures I'm going to take and stuff like that. And I'm like, if you're trying to tell me you don't want to sit here and type out the report, I actually said this to the cop. I'm like, if you're telling me you don't want to sit here and fill out the report, then just say that. And he's like, I don't want to sit here and fill out the report. He's like, it's just minor damage. The insurance company's not going to fight you. I'll take pictures, take your plate numbers, and then I'll type it up in my thing that I showed up at the scene. And then if they need a record of it, we can make it a full report. And I'm like, I don't think that's how this works. So that's what he did. And I'm like, okay. So we're like leaving the scene because he's just like, you guys are good to go. I mean, he was there. We waited an hour and 15 minutes for this guy to show up for him to be there for 45 seconds. No.
What's that?
Name and badge number of the cop. But I have every piece of information, including the social security number of the guy that hit me because I wrote down everything right off of his ID. So we're leaving. So I call Geico because that's his insurance company information. And didn't call. We fill out the online thing. So I'm like driving and telling her what to type down on this thing. So we're waiting to hear back.
Is it AI or no?
No, it's their claim service, like where you start a claim. But I'm guaranteeing they have to call this guy.
Right.
And so we were talking about it today. I'm like, if they gotta call this fucking dude. And then he's gonna be like, I wasn't in an accident.
Because I asked him, I said, hey,
it's like,
there's nothing wrong with my car.
I haven't been in an accident since 2019. You were in an accident 30 fucking seconds ago, dude. Like,
I did ask him, I said, did anybody call you? And he said no. And I said, well, if they have to call this guy first.
And he's just like, I don't recognize that number. I'm not answering that. Or he probably didn't have a charged phone. Like,
Crazy.
So, I mean, he's like, yeah, I came from the city that's directly south of you and drove up here with no gas and no charge on my phone. You know what I mean? I'm like, no driver's license, no insurance information. I'm like,
what?
Maybe he has like dementia.
That's the only thing he does have is dementia.
He said he was going to get some pizza.
Yeah.
And then he's like, man, I wish I wouldn't have got pizza.
There was some place in a city that he wasn't even on the right ramp to get to.
Yeah.
What was the pizza place? This tells you everything about this guy.
Later.
Call that out. Like, again, it's telling everybody exactly where we're located. So
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Is it just a chain?
No, it's like one of those little tiny family-owned one. Yeah, like a mom and pop one. But yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, we get it every once in a while. I'm like, it's probably a good thing you don't drive up here very often. Like, but yeah, so that was interesting. Not only the fact that my truck get damaged, but then we had to deal with that guy. So
It was definitely an interesting exchange.
yeah,
I will say that. He was an interesting guy, but definitely a Mamaluke.
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too. I liked my truck. Now I gotta fucking report it as having an accident. I hate that.
Yeah.
Did you like my text message?
Your text message?
Yeah, for the comedy tickets. You're like, instead of what do we owe you? What's the damage? I said your truck too soon.
Yeah.
I was like, Matt's gonna
Trust
hate
me,
me.
I was already like,
Cringing.
Matt, you know, I did offer to drive. He's like, I was like, too soon? Comedy, because we were going to go to Mark Norman.
I looked at her and I said, oh, nobody would have known they hit your car because of how much shit you hit in the back end of your car.
No, that is
You
not
could have got
exactly.
it fixed.
You
I'm
said you
surprised.
could have got your car fixed for.
I'm surprised
nothing.
Matt wasn't mean and said, it's basically you, Virginia.
No.
We did not end up making it to the show, though.
Yeah, we didn't go.
So that was sad.
Sad.
Because we were an hour plus south, and by the time we were done, we had like 45 minutes to get there, 50 minutes to get there and park and everything else. And I
Right.
wasn't walking in the middle of the show. So. And I wasn't in the mood to drive anymore either.
No, I bet not. Well,
Break time.
I think it's time for a break. We'll be right back. Support for today's show comes from Prime Video. Looking for something great to watch tonight? Check out Prime Video from Amazon. With a huge library of hit movies, binge-worthy TV shows, and award-winning originals, there's always something new to dive into. From action-packed blockbusters to exclusive series you won't find anywhere else, Prime Video lets you stream at home or on the go. Plus, with downloads available, you can watch your favorites even without Wi-Fi. Start streaming today and see what everybody's talking about with Prime Video. See the link in the description or just head to mamalukes.net/Prime Video. That's mamalukes.net/Prime Video. Support for Mamalukes is brought to you by Aspire Drinks. Looking for an energy drink that doesn't give you jitters and that inevitable crash? Aspire is redefining energy drinks with a better, healthier way to power your day. Unlike most energy drinks that are loaded with excessive caffeine and sugar, Aspire delivers a gentle, balanced boost with 80 milligrams of natural caffeine, half the caffeine of most leading energy drinks. Packed with essential vitamins and enhanced with biotin and ginger, the benefits are a no-brainer. They're enjoyable for any moment, at work, the gym, or on the go. Order now with free U.S. shipping. Find them at aspiredrinks.com and use our promo code Mamalukes to get 20% off anything on your order. That's aspiredrinks.com and promo code Mamalukes to get 20% off your order. Welcome back. It's time for Sportsball.
So around here, we like to start with our Cleveland sports. We have quite a big thing for the Guardians.
I wrote a lot.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot going on since we've been here.
Yeah.
They took 2 out of 3 against Seattle. Chase DeLauder came back from injury. We talked about that the last time we were here 3 weeks ago, that he was injured. He's been doing fairly well.
Yep.
He did really well in that series, but the Rangers, you can go through this series if you want.
Call up Cooper Ingle. He lost track of outs in the second game against the Rangers and pretty much made a fool out of himself.
The basics of it is the outfielder catches the ball and throws the ball to a fan, but the ball is live.
Right.
There was only 2 outs when he caught the ball. He thought the series was over, and it was not. And he allowed somebody to just basically walk in.
Yep. Tanner Bybee's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. So, rookie
Yeah.
getting called up makes a pretty big error. A little excited, I guess.
Right. He also just generally wasn't hitting that great. There was another play, I can't remember which game it was, just standard fly ball. Hits glove, falls out.
Yeah.
Just didn't catch
Thank
it.
God he's not our starter, but
Yeah.
So against the White Sox, it was actually a tale of two different cities. Like it was wild. 1 week or one game they showed up. The next game they did not. The first game got rained out, and then they actually played it later, right? Wasn't that this series?
I think it rained midway through.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
So both of Cleveland's wins were walk-offs. One by Rocchio was a comeback in the bottom of the ninth. They were actually down by 3 runs, scored, and then Rocchio they were down by 2 runs. They scored, and then Rocchio hit a 2-run home run off the right field foul pole.
Yep.
And the other was Khalil Watson hit a base hit in extra innings and scored a runner. But they actually should have won one of the other games as well. They were winning going into the bottom of the ninth based off of a 2-run home run. And then they were up 3-2. And then they ended up losing in the ninth 4-3.
All right.
So they could have won that one as well. The really interesting part about this is that there was nobody there at any of these games.
No.
The stadiums were completely empty in Chicago. And it's like Chicago's playing for first place.
Right.
And the one I commented on this online and got a troll. He was like, you weren't paying attention. There was a 3-hour rain delay going into this game. And I'm like, well, we went to a game and it rained and we stayed until the game started and turned into a 7-hour event, but we were there the whole time. Yeah, Chicago's fans are not coming out at all, which is kind of sad for the team.
Well, yeah, I mean, the last few seasons.
I understand that, but they're actually playing for first place. They're playing a lot better.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah, fair weather fans, though, because, that place was fucking empty. Empty. And then they were like, when's the last time Cleveland had 20,000 fans show up or something like some troll comment or whatever. I'm like, whatever. So
the playoffs.
Yeah. So then they played the Twins the series after that, and they looked horrible. They won 1 out of 3, but the one that they won 5-2. Arias hit a 3-run home run that was 446 feet.
Yeah, it was a bomb.
It was a bomb, man. So there's a good video out there for that if you want to check that one out. You can go through the roster moves.
So after that series, the Guardians made a series of roster moves. This would have been yesterday. They recalled outfielder Petey Halpin and right-hander Cody Hewer from AAA, while optioning Cooper Ingle that we talked about earlier back to AAA. And then they placed Tim Herron on the 15-day injured list because he got hit in the left elbow after getting hit by a line drive during that Twins series. So that kind of sucks because Tim Herron is kind of a staple part of their relievers. So hopefully we get him back soon. And,
he's actually played well this year.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing bad. And then starting tonight, we have a series against Miami.
Live updates in the past. That's how you say that.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I totally blew it last time. Live updates in the past. We are currently up 3-2 in the middle of the 8th against Miami. So hopefully they can pull that one through, as well as whatever they can do to stay close to first place before the All-Star break here, where we will hopefully get Jose and Angel Martinez back. Because, they are not the same team without those couple guys.
Not even defensively.
No. Yeah.
So, and I mean, Martinez isn't like a staple of our defense, but at least he's more consistent than what we're dealing with.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Jose is good at third, though. So, we're missing that. So right after we come back from the All-Star break, we play Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been red hot this year. They're actually doing really well. So it's going to be a tough series.
Yep.
But a special announcement, if you buy a special purchase ticket, you can get a limited edition Margaritaville straw hat. They actually have a few promotions coming up that are kind of funny. They have like a beach bag that you can get. They have there's a special jersey which they always just come in one size. So it's kind of pointless for people like me.
Right.
But, as fat people. But
we can't go.
Yeah. So limited edition Margaritaville straw hat coming up for the Guardians.
Super special.
As far as the Cavs, Dean Wade left, which I was kind of sad about. He signed a $39 million 4-year deal with the 76ers, which I feel like we could have matched that. Not a ton of money, especially in basketball.
No.
And the 76ers have made big moves in the offseason for a team that was like, the wild card round or whatever it is, and then played in and then beat Boston. And then get Jaylen Brown from Boston.
Right.
So big move for them. But in bigger news for the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell secured his future for the next 4 years with the Cavs, $273 million 4-year contract extension with the Cavs. So he is on our roster through 2031, which actually makes it a 5 years that he'll be here. So that's good. And then we'll see, sticking with the NBA for a second, if LeBron ends up coming home.
Right.
I think everybody kind of expects it. If he's going to play one more year, he's going to finish his career in Cleveland. But he said any contender, and he's even willing to take league minimum contract because, the guy's a billionaire. But he said he would play for the 76ers. He would play for Denver, Minnesota. They're mentioning Golden State. I can't see him going to Golden State.
I can't, but at the same time,
they're not really a contender anymore.
Yeah, but I guess at this point, what is LeBron playing for? One more season.
He wants to go win a championship somewhere, but he's not going to make the difference in Golden State's roster. What were they, a 12 seed? At the end of the season last year? They were terrible.
10 or 9 or something like that. Yeah,
Did you say terrible?
Terrible. They were terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, they're all aged as well. You know what I mean? Were you just going to have the geriatric team or, It's like, I don't know. I see him coming back to the Cavs. I could be proved wrong, which I usually am. We'll see what happens. Boston got a multiple draft pick, and, Paul George is one thing. I don't think he's great, but they got a lot of draft picks, which Boston's not far off from being a dominant team themselves. So that could help them for the future. The Knicks lost a player to Boston, Mitchell Robinson, which isn't the hugest name, but it's somewhat important. And then Andre Drummond joined the Knicks to take Robinson's spot. Yep. So they're still relevant. So not a whole lot of change for Boston. And the Jaylen Brown of 2-3 years ago would have been really big. Last year, I don't think he was as much of a dominant force.
Right.
They still have Tatum, who's always injury prone, but they still have him. So, there's nothing going on with the Browns.
No, not really.
The sports lines are all about, quarterback controversy between Shedeur and Watson.
I did see the Browns, I guess, are getting some insurance money from all of Deshaun Watson's injuries over the past 3 years, which actually is like $80 million some dollars worth. So it's.
Yeah, but it doesn't go back to the cap. The team's recouping money.
Right.
So, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad about, him, but he doesn't lose that $80 million.
No.
The league is just giving this money back as insurance money. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah. It is what it is. Good for the owner of the Browns for getting $80 million, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't really care anymore.
There's really nothing going on in the NFL in general right now. There's a lot of rumors about camps and how things are going, but even that's not even coming into play. That'd be more towards September.
Yep.
No big moves. There's a safety or a corner, I can't remember what he was, from Detroit that everybody's talking about. That's about the biggest thing with free agency right now. So not a whole lot going on there. Nothing super exciting. The NHL's over. We won't hear anything about that until we find out if the Hughes brothers are going to end up playing together or what's going to happen there. The Devils have actually made 7 major transactions this year in free agency. One of them is they got rid of their starting goalie, which is Markstrom, and they sent him back to Florida as a backup. And they're going to try and go with somebody else, and they're going to bring up a younger guy. So that was their biggest weak point, is anybody that follows hockey, the Devils could score goals. They couldn't stop anything. They were Swiss cheese on defense. So be interesting to see what's going to happen there.
Swiss cheese meaning there were holes.
Yes, there was holes in their defense. Yes.
Just making sure I understand.
Yes. So the World Cup is going on. The U.S. is eliminated. The big storyline was
quite a path to get there.
There was a guy that played for them that it took a dirty shot, and he stepped on somebody's ankle, and he got a red card for it. And he was basically not allowed to play in the round of 16. And then 2 days before the round of 16, according to Trump, it was because he talked to the head of FIFA and got it rescinded. He was allowed to play. And basically what it meant was they were going to suspend him next year and then give him a fine, which was a really odd thing. So everybody in soccer was super upset about it and everything. And then the U.S. got their asses kicked and it didn't matter anyway. So it wasn't even a close game. The guy wasn't even relevant. They lost 4-1. The funniest meme out there that I've seen so far is that every 4 years, everybody in the world sends their best athletes to play the 200 millionth best athlete in the United States. And then they make a big deal about it. So basically saying that the U.S. soccer team has no really big names. There's nobody like world renowned as far as, us unaficionados of, the foosball. No. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. So, and then Belgium lost to Spain in the quarterfinals today, which it didn't even matter that they beat us. The big one is tomorrow. Norway plays England. I think that's the biggest game of the quarterfinals. No other really big surprises there, I don't think. France and Mbappe still going for the Golden Boot and another title. They have been in the finals 2 out of the last 2 years. So if they make it again this year, it'd be 3 years consecutively, and they won one of them. So just for reference of how good Mbappe is, Messi, who's played in 31 games as a World Cup, 31 World Cup games, has scored 21 goals and leads all-time goal scorers of soccer. Mbappe has played in 20 World Cup games and has 21 goals or 20 goals. He's had 1 goal per game that he's played. So he is probably the best World Cup player ever. And he will, if not this year, I'm sure in the future will surpass Messi as the all-time leading scorer. And
would you say Messi's record was?
He has 21 goals in 32 games.
Okay, gotcha.
So he is not, and that's not taking anything away from him. He's one of the greatest soccer players ever. You know what I mean? It's just a thing to say how good Mbappe is. Yeah. And Team France in general. I mean, they're in the quarterfinals now, and they've been in the finals 2 out of the last 2 years. So 2 out of the last 2 times the World Cup has been played, not the last 2 years, because it's every 4 years or whatever. So, but yeah, so that's us learning about soccer.
World Cup.
Yeah. We're still waiting for Die. Only
9 more days.
Wow. I mean, we've been talking about this for so long. To only be 9 days away from Die.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
After finding out that it was not when we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I know we had a big countdown and everything. Now we're counting down again. So hopefully they actually do it this time.
Right. Shakira's going to be like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
When we get there.
Too old to actually do anything. So I don't even know if her lips move with all the plastic surgery she's had.
And that's Sportsball. And our actual first main topic, because we didn't have one in the first section of the podcast.
Other than a recap.
Other than a recap of all the things we haven't been able to talk about. Supergirl, which it sounds like Matt is going to tear it up.
Ruin it.
I am going to ruin this movie. So if you do not have superhero fatigue and you did want to go see another superhero movie, this is probably not the one. But still, in an hour and 48 minutes of a runtime that feel like 4 hours, this movie drugs so freaking bad. So this is a movie where when they want to do a backstory, instead of just doing a fucking backstory, they flash back.
Okay.
And it flashes back the entire movie to cutscenes of whatever, whenever they decide that she's remembering something.
Oh.
Whether or not it's relevant to anything that's going on in the movie, or they just decide to cut back to a flashback. So she's tragically disturbed. That's the premise of Supergirl. So she's a party girl.
What?
She's what? Oh, her parents die in the explosion of Krypton.
Okay.
Which you thought, no, we're changing that. So we put a magic bubble around one little city of Krypton, and it floats in space, and she watches everybody get sick from kryptonite poisoning. And then she gets sent off in a bubble years later. That's the new Supergirl story.
So delayed parents dying.
Yes. So she even says it in the thing. Well, everybody thinks that everybody died on Krypton, but that's not true. And they just make a magic bubble and a city floats off into space as the rest of the planet collapses and doesn't affect the bubble. And then whatever they were using to power the bubble, which was kryptonite, poisons all the Kryptonians. Yeah. So
Okay.
it makes it even worse. Like, you know,
Crickets.
Okay, so she's a party girl. She's 23 years old, and she's off celebrating her birthday with her dog.
What's
And
the dog's
she's
name?
Crypto.
Cute.
So she goes to a red sun planet. So basically in red sun planets, Kryptonians don't have special powers. So yellow sun planets like ours, Kryptonians are super natural beings. But in red sun planets, they're normal and they can get drunk.
Oh.
So that's why she's going here. But she's still able to fight all these super strong alien people on these planets because she's just a badass, I guess. That's how this starts off. So it starts off with that, and it introduces this new people, this new race of pierced villains where they have all these weird little barbell piercings all over their faces, and that's supposed to make them super intense. And the leader of this group is just like, he's got the strength of 1,000 men. He's a super badass. He's this, he's that. And this guy never does anything like to warrant any of this, except for I think he picks up a car in one scene or something. But
Wait, really quick. Is that the guy who plays the elf? Is his name Bernard on the Santa Claus? That is that guy. Wow, he's fucking old.
he looks horrible in that picture compared to he did
Yeah,
in the
that's why I
movie,
didn't
too.
think it
So,
was him.
yeah.
Looks like a Bob's Burgers character. yeah, but that's the head elf on the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yeah. That's her dad. He doesn't like
that fucking face.
okay.
Next.
So anyway, she's like she's this party girl, she's on this planet, and this little Asian girl's parents that make swords on this planet that she's getting drunk on get murdered by these new villains that they're introducing, this new race. So which you just saw walk behind her spaceship if you're watching this video.
Game of
That guy
Thrones.
right there. So the villain is terrible.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like, he's just terrible. Like, they try to make him intimidating. You keep waiting for like this buildup of why. He's just like super calm and collected and like kind of like giddy about the way. That's the scene right there where they just showed her parents. So he kills her entire family because he wants their swords because her dad's this like master sword maker. And even though he was just going to give it to him, he still ends up murdering the entire family other than the little girl. So the little girl goes to a bar and she's like, I will give this sword to whoever will help me kill this guy. And everybody just walks up to her and takes the sword away from her. And then Carol, or Kara, whatever her name is, Supergirl, she goes and she defends this little girl, and then the little girl comes up to her and she's like, okay, I'm following you around forever now. That's the premise of this. So they get on this bus that's going to go from one planet to another. So, I'm sorry. They go to Supergirl's spaceship, and she's on the toilet, passed out drunk, and this girl walks in, and like she goes outside to talk to her, and these people hijack her spaceship because apparently it's like the only spaceship. See, look at his piercings.
Mm-hmm.
So he steals her spaceship and poisons her dog. So, and apparently they keep the antidote for the poison on them. So that's why she wants to track down the villain now. It's not because the little girl asked her to help her avenge her family.
She wants the antidote.
She wants the antidote for her dog. And then they have the whole cutscene of how she met the dog at her mom's funeral and all this other stuff. And that's how she got Krypton and stuff. So then this asshole right here,
Jason Momoa.
yeah, Lobo. What a pointless waste of a character in a movie. I know that he's supposed to be insane and a mercenary and stuff like that, but this is just Jason Momoa. This is not even like he's not a badass. He doesn't do anything great in the thing. He rides his motorcycle and he doesn't like anybody. It's just such a waste of a fucking character.
I mean, is that what the original character is supposed
to an extent,
to be?
But he was like superhuman, badass, like God immortal, like, you know what I mean? And this is just Jason Momoa driving around on a motorcycle being quippy, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not even good. It was so bad. This movie is so bad. So anyway, so she gets on this bus and she starts fighting these three girls that use technology to like teleport and steal and rob everything from these people on this bus that's flying through space. And so she's defeated until the bus hits the horizon and there's a yellow sun, and then she's magically healed and takes everybody out and saves the bus and flies it to this planet. So then that's the first time that she just magically, you know, she's so nerfed. I don't know how else to say it, you know, just like Superman. Right. And it's so convenient every single time. There just happens to be a yellow sun and she gets superhuman abilities, and then she's flying, like they blast her and her spacesuit like flies off and stuff like that, and she just floats into the yellow sun, and then she sits there and glows for a second and then defeats everybody. Right. And that's this whole movie. She gets poisoned.
How many times?
How the fuck is she even getting poisoned? Like in the one scene, like her skin is supposed to be impenetrable. Like I understand when she's in the red sun, maybe that's when she got the piercing in her ears or whatever and stuff like that, because they talk about her going off planet and stuff. But she's in the yellow sun and they shoot her with a dart and she's poisoned. And she just drinks milk and then flies into the yellow sun, and then she's fine and kicks everybody's ass. Right. And then she gets Kryptonian poisoning from a green sun, and she just lays in a cave and waits for the yellow sun to come up, and then she's fucking superhuman and takes everybody out again. And it's just like, God damn, like how many times are we going to do the same trope in the same movie? And the whole time they're just like flashing back to shit that happened on Krypton and why she's disgruntled and unhappy. And then Superman's constantly calling her and she's avoiding his calls because he's a goody-goody and she doesn't think like he does. And it's like, okay. So they just keep doing the same thing. It's like the same fucking movie repeats like 4 times within the movie. And then they finally have the big battle at the end, and she just wipes all these godlike race of people out like it's nothing. Like they just show these people like they're so dreaded across the entire galaxy, and so she has no problem with any of them. Like even the main guy, she just beats the shit out of the main guy who's got the strength of 1,000 men. You know, they actually say that at one point in the movie, and she just beats the living shit out of him like completely, and he's laughing at her while she's doing it. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, well, there's never a point in this movie where you're like super worried about any character.
That's true.
You're just not. You're not invested. You don't care. Like, you know, even when the dog gets poisoned, you're like, okay,
he'll be all right.
She set a watch for 3 days so that she makes sure she's back. Like, we already know what's coming. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. It's she's supposed to be like this angsty 23-year-old, like, you know, with problems because she hasn't dealt with her past, you know, and stuff like that. And it's just like, and then this little perfect Asian child, you know, comes up and tells her how to act the right way and stuff like that. And then she's like, you know, she's like, yeah, you don't kill this guy. Like Kara tells this little Asian child, she's like, you know, don't, or alien child. I can't speak to ethnicity, you know, I don't know if that's Asia and this red planet that she was on. So anyway, she, you know, she tells her, she's like, you know, you don't kill this guy because it's going to haunt you forever, blah, blah, blah. And then she turns around and stabs him. Well, why didn't it? You're obviously fucked up and scarred and shit. Why isn't it going to mess with you? Why is it okay for you? You know, like, okay. So nobody else dies in the entire movie. They have this huge bar fight scene where she fights all these different aliens with guns and stuff like that. They don't show any of it. They show the one little girl hiding underneath the table and people flying around in the background and stuff like that. Like she's just so OP and just, it's so ridiculous. Like I don't know.
What do you mean by OP? I don't know.
Overpowered.
Oh, okay.
It's a geek term for.
Well, I know that's why I needed you to clarify.
Yeah. So nerfed means the same thing. It's just like she's just so ridiculously overpowered that like, you know, nothing's ever going to happen or affect her or anything else. Her abilities are just nerfed where nobody can challenge it. Mm-hmm. And then like, you know, they try to bring Lobo in like multiple times and, you know, he's stupid every time he's in a scene. It's just like, this is horrible. And people are like, oh yeah, he's finally in a movie. And they're like, we knew this was coming for years and years and years. Like Jason Momoa has actually been like, you know, I need to be Lobo. I need to be Lobo. And he's been saying it even before James Gunn took over the, you know, the DCU. Like, but whatever. It was just gratification. Like that stupid fan service bullshit is all it was, you know. But the villain's pointless. Like you don't care about the villain. You don't, you know, and they make him nothing. You know, and the whole thing is this whole movie is like girl power movie. Like
very
she
much.
saves the wives. Like this race of people is like taking all these little girls and stuff like that to make children so that they can make their race continue and stuff like that. So she has to protect the wives. She has to protect this little girl. She's a girl. She fights the 3 girls on the bus. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, we fucking get it. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like so specific to that. And it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm that out of touch that didn't hit any nerve or affect me or make me care about anything about this movie. Like nothing. And like I said, it seems like this movie, when I saw the runtime was 1 hour and 48 minutes, I was like, no fucking way. This movie had to be 3 hours long. It had to be 3 hours long.
It did feel very long.
Yeah. I mean, and like, I get it.
And
There's
honestly,
trailers
it's like,
and stuff before the movie, but no, this movie itself, it felt like longer than Endgame. It was just like, Jesus Christ, when is this going to get to the point or something's going to happen?
Yeah. And it was rough. I mean, it was a lot of like, she gets poisoned, then she gets poisoned again, and then she gets poisoned again. And it's like, I don't know.
Stop poisoning her because it's not working. You know,
right?
Like that's not working. You know, but yeah, I mean, even in the one scene like where they first like have her big interaction with the main villain and stuff like that, she's talking to this family that turns her into the main villain because they're trying to save their daughter. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh god damn, quit forcing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we get it, girl power, rah rah, got it. You know, but Kara fought other people other than that. You know, like. Bring Brainiac in and do that storyline because that's how that originally all got tied in, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know why this is important. I don't know why they put this movie in other than just to do Supergirl. You know, it was just not great. Lobo's costume was bad. The villains with the piercings all over their face trying to make them intimidating looked bad. The Kryptonians weren't bad. Like, I mean, that actually looked like a city of, you know.
What else was she in?
Super pretentious people. Millie Alcock.
She's in House of the
House
Dragon.
of the Dragon.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah. Not really much else.
Not a lot.
So anyway, Lobo actually looked like his comic book.
I was just curious why she got this role.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Probably.
Popular. Yeah. I think they're playing off that popularity.
What's the rating?
I mean, I give this like a 4. I mean,
I would say a 4. I would agree.
I
with
would
that.
never watch this movie again.
I agree.
I mean, I watched some shitty. I would watch Train Dreams before I would watch this piece of shit again. I mean, it's
That's
just
the standard of how bad
it was just as boring as Train Dreams. It was just like I said. You're never vested in anything in this movie. There was nothing that made you care about
And then
anything
she
in this
left
movie.
and went logging.
Yeah.
You know what I think too? Like even, okay, so like
I mean,
the thing she cares about in this world is crypto, right? So crypto gets poisoned. And even when he's poisoned, like she has this like one tiny little moment where she's like petting his head and like trying to show some kind of like emotion, like I'm going to come back and save you or whatever. But like even that just didn't like, I don't know. It's her whole entire like demeanor is the same.
If you've ever seen House of the Dragon, she's exactly the same character.
Mm.
Now I'm talking to the audience because you guys said you didn't watch it.
No.
But if you guys have seen this, it's exactly the same character with superpowers. Like
And a dog.
She's the angsty little bitch that she was in House of the Dragon. Like, I don't know. I just, like I said, it was nothing to write home about. It was nothing to
Didn't
waste your
add
money
anything.
for.
Yeah.
Like the critics giving it a 54, it should tell you something. Like, you know, because normally even when we say like the critics score, they're usually at least in the 60s or 70s. Them bombing this at a 54 was valid.
So let's bring this full circle. Which was worse, Supergirl or the ending to Game of Thrones?
Oh God.
Which was worse?
The ending
By
of
far,
Game of Thrones?
Supergirl.
Yeah, I would watch the ending of Game of Thrones again. I'm never
Yeah.
going to watch this piece of garbage ever again.
That's what I would say too.
Yeah.
And I haven't even watched Supergirl.
Yeah, I mean, go watch it. Let us know what you think. Please. I mean, I know there's superhero fatigue. Don't get me wrong. I know that everybody's like just seen all of these tropes so many times and they can only rewrite the same stories so many times. And so this was fucking shit though. Like I didn't like a new Superman movie and I would watch that again before I would watch this. It makes me not want to know what's going to happen in the DCU moving forward, like lanterns and different things like that. I'm not super excited for anything that they're doing. And I don't know. I wasn't like, oh, you got to save the Snyderverse thing. You know, I like the characters. I liked Affleck's Batman.
Right.
And I liked Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, minus the killing thing. You know, that and the whole, one of my favorite memes ever is forever going to be his dad standing outside of the bridge going, "Don't save me from the tornado."
All right.
Like they use that for so many things and it's so fitting.
Yeah.
Like you can literally move fast enough to where nobody would even seen you save him. And he's like, yeah, what the fuck? Like so bad. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. This just did not have it.
We're going to take one more quick break and then come back for trivia. Support for today's show comes from Audible. With Audible, you can listen to bestsellers, podcasts, and exclusive originals anytime, whether you're commuting, working out, or just relaxing at home. Members get access to a massive library across every genre, plus monthly credits to pick any title they want to keep. And with easy offline listening, your next favorite book is always ready when you are. Start your free trial today and turn every moment into a chance to listen. See the link in the description or just head to mamalukes.net/audible. That's mamalukes.net/audible. This episode of Mamalukes is brought to you by Wave Dash Radio. If you're into video game or anime music, you should get tuned in. Whether you prefer the classics of Mario and Sonic, modern tracks of Halo or Kingdom Hearts, or the soundtracks of Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, and My Hero Academia, we've got a station for you. Featuring 4 separate stations, each with a curated playlist, you're sure to find something to jam out to. And the best part? You can listen for free. No strings attached, no asterisks. Just visit wave-radio.com to get started. That's WAVEDASH radio.com. Welcome back. It's time for trivia.
All right, so I have the only trivia question this week.
Question 2.
Question 2. Supergirl is the savior to what city? Oh, sorry, options. I forgot it's multiple choice. A, Metropolis. B, Coastal City. C, Central City. Or D, National City. Maybe we shouldn't take 4 weeks off. Then I'll remember your trivia is multiple choice. All right. Alicia, what do you got?
No idea. Central.
Luke? Virginia?
That actually was on my list of one of the ones I was considering. And I watched the movie, so if I got this wrong, it's really bad. But I'm going to say A, Metropolis.
No. So
It's D.
every superhero
D?
has a city that they belong to, and Superman is Metropolis.
Okay, it's Coastal City.
No, it's not. It's
It's
National
D.
City.
It's
National
D.
City.
D was
That
my
would've been my
first
National
last
City
guess.
Bank
guess.
is National City.
D
so-
was my first guess.
Did they
C
mention it in the
was
movie?
No, they don't. So this is a comic book question.
Okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit
Yeah.
better because I was like, well, I missed that.
No, this would be where she goes from here, I suppose, if they follow the comic book.
Okay, so, but she says to Superman at the very end, I'm coming home.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if she means Earth,
Okay.
but Kara works for a what is it? Is it an advertising firm or a newspaper in National City?
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Central City is the Flash, and Coastal City would be Aquaman, and A is Metropolis for Superman.
So Superman is on Earth saving Metropolis.
Yes,
And Supergirl is on Earth saving National City.
in the comics, yes.
Okay.
Like I said, Central City, I believe, is the Flash. Gotham City is Batman. They all have cities.
At least I got a super man city.
Can you buzz that again? All right.
All right.
Now we know.
Don't waste your money.
And that is all. If you enjoy the show, let us know if you know a Superman city. Share, comment, and subscribe on all the platforms, whether that's podcast platforms or social media. You know them: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube podcasts, or however that works. Check out our website, mamalukes.net, and our store.mamalukes.net.
Buy our merch.
Buy something so that we can maybe get
Justify
famous,
having.
so we can be bigger in the bedroom, or whatever we were saying earlier. That's all. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Have a good time.
I'm mad, and I'm mad, and I'm mad,
Same. Identical.
and I'm mad.
Stopping recording.